Here we go. Althar review.
Nice.
Second one was alright. Second one was good.
Okay.
Maybe redeemed it out. This one's like 2.
Last time. Oh, well, no, I'm not doing a last time. I'm doing our story so far. So, your party met in a tavern outside Althar's capital city of Haven's Reach, where you bore witness to an attack by a mage that saw the tavern once again razed by fire. The next day, you gave a witness statement to one Judicia Barias, an exonerated imperial mage, and soon discovered his own political ideals. An ambition to be elected into the position of Senator of Haven's Reach, where, if successful, his promise would be to place stricter governance and restrictions on the use of magic. A policy that seems to be winning over a great deal of favour with the populace. At least some of them. Through Barias, you were tasked with clearing a number of undead from the Shatter, a district of Haven's Reach decimated by the battle that had overthrown the Empire. And within the Shatter, you made the acquaintance of a young urchin girl by the name of Ludra, and assisted her in locating her missing father, who you sadly found had perished in the catacombs over a week prior. But the most startling part of this discovery was that Ludra's late father resembled the mage who had attacked the tavern just 2 days prior. Through a member of your company, Belzefir, you were introduced to the current senator of Haven's Reach, Amata Vorrigan, who happened to be an old acquaintance of his. You shared with her your concerns around Barias' intentions and theories around his involvement in these ongoing attacks. And with Amata's assistance, you discovered an impending clandestine meeting between Barias and an unknown contact. At midnight, in an abandoned astronomy tower, you secretly eavesdropped on this meeting, wherein you witnessed a conversation between Barias and a mysterious woman who identified herself as Erlin. She berated Barias for his carelessness in sending you into the Shatter, leading to the discovery that you made. However, the very next day, you were promptly informed by your resident cleric, Ismir, that he had urgent clerical business to attend to at a manor house just outside the city. And after one funeral, one murder mystery, a fight with a poltergeist, and another funeral, it is there that we now find ourselves.
A Hugh Grant movie, innit? Guy Ritchie was.
Funeral, fight with ghosts, another funeral.
So, it is now the early hours of the morning on the 6th of Ascura Una, the year 7044. The sun rises over Windvine Manor, calling in yet another bleak and foggy day. And the few beams of light that breach the clouds overhead shine through the dusty windows, illuminating the scene of chaos and devastation from the night before. The chandelier smashed upon the ground, various paintings fallen from the walls, furniture broken and shattered. But with the young boy now finally laid to rest, all is once more at peace in the manor. The wagon that originally brought you from the city to Windvine Manor has once more been prepared, and the disgruntled groundskeeper Thormund begins to prep and sort of tie up the horses for your departure back to Haven's Reach. The young maid, Alice, watches nervously from the porch, kind of like bouncing up and down on her heels restlessly. And the first light of the day begins to creep over the treetops. So, it's up to you where you want to be right now. As everything from the night before, the dust has kind of settled. Those who were afflicted by the poisoning the night before, being Farley and Cedric Windvine, both now being tended to in the beds by a very, very hungover Dr. Morale. Ismir, I think, if I remember rightly, I've got in my notes that you were planning on getting a lesser restoration prepped for this morning in order to kind of see to it that they would survive this affliction.
Yeah, that would have been... Yeah, if we've had a long rest,
Is this post-long rest?
Yes, if you there's enough time has passed through that night. I assume that you, after everything kind of ended, you just went to bed and have now woken up. It's early, but yeah.
I'm gonna head down into the kitchen. Just make everyone breakfast.
It's an absolute state. There are broken plates and knives all over the floor. So you kind of start picking things up from the rubble.
I'll kind of, as I'm going, I'll press the digitate things clean and mend things that maybe need mending.
I'll come in and start mending things.
Yeah.
It's like a scene out of Snow White.
Oh, my pan flute. Oh.
I'm gonna, I will be.
Just an extra one, but just.
Wake up! It's like being in the military, honest to God.
Every morning.
I'm just gonna fry a load of eggs and make some sausages or whatever, beans.
So you heard it through the wall.
From the layout of the house and how many rooms there are, you probably
beans there.
Probably would have been some of you sleeping in the ballroom upstairs on some of the sofas and stuff in there.
Just any way to
yeah.
I'm on the windowsill.
Any sugar? Have you ever? You can't have your own sweetened beans.
We're inventing baked beans.
I'm literally. I put 3 tomatoes in this bag of beans, and I'm just mushing them all together.
We just, I guess we power on through it.
So some dried haricot beans, some tomatoes, some sugar, and
a bit of vinegar.
A bit of vinegar, and cook it all up together in a pot. Yeah, there you go.
And now
you've invented baked beans.
And now we're going to put it on some warm bread.
That's some good progress.
Alice popped her head in at some point and kind of looked at what you were doing and was like, I'm going to leave him to it, and just sort of carried on cleaning. She's trying to sweep all of the chandelier out the way, bless her. But
any sign of Ismail?
Shock.
Full of protein there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ismail would have done his morning prayers and would have gone straight upstairs to where the poison people are.
Cool.
Not wanting to leave it too long.
So you head into Cedric's bedroom first, where he's laid out on a bed. He's still sweating. You've got the doctor currently sat on a armchair next to the bed, just head down snoring. There's a bit of drool hanging from his mouth as you come in, and you kind of make your way in. And as you open the door, he kind of he kind of clutches his head and just leans to one side. He's.
I'd like the. Is it curtains or anything?
The curtains are closed.
The curtains are closed. I just walk in and it's it's good you are keeping an eye on the master.
He just kind of covers his eyes and stumbles to his feet. Yes, he's still alive. Still alive.
Yeah, I can see that.
Are you going to give him some last rites or something?
Well, he's not out dead yet.
Well, no, but
I'd have to wait for him to die before I give him last rites.
Oh, I thought you did that while they were still alive.
Or I could just purge the poison from his body.
That sounds better, I must say.
I feel like that's... Yeah.
What exactly happened? I'm a little fuzzy on most of it.
Look, I'm going to get him up. I'm going to get the son up too. And I think it's better we all talk in person. As a group, a lot of shit happened.
Very well, very well. I shall leave you to it.
I think I smell beans downstairs.
So do I. So do I. He just starts stumbling out of the door.
Okay, and then I'm gonna clutch my little amulet, and I'm just gonna speak some words and cast Laceration on Cedric.
Laceration.
His breath is very, very laboured and shallow, and as you start casting, there's this
it's a bonus action.
kind of sharp intake, and
That's pretty good.
from that point, you just kind of watch as the fever breaks, and he just starts breathing normally, and his eyes kind of flutter open for a second, and then he very quickly closes them again, but looks very much more like now he's just asleep rather than suffering through whatever this was.
Okay, you have an hour. And then I'll be back to wake you up. I'm gonna leave him in the room then on his own. I'm gonna just close the curtains again before I leave and head out.
And you finds one of the guest rooms is where Farley is.
Yeah.
He's conscious just about as you come in. He kind of like rolls over and kind of like, oh, I feel awful.
Yeah. Do you want to stay feeling awful?
Not really, old chap.
No, I could imagine not. But stay still. This will only hurt a little bit. I'm joking, it won't hurt at all.
You see him kind of like bracing himself for something. You cast that restoration.
He made a joke in the fucking room.
It's a little bedside joke.
Again, there's this kind of like the colour returns to him all of a sudden, and he stops sweating, and he just and he starts to sort of sit up in bed and pulls the pillow behind him.
I've purged it, but your body is still exhausted. Take it slow.
And he reaches for it. There's a pitcher of water on the bedside, which he takes and pours himself a cup and starts to sip from. Thank you, old boy.
Yeah, no problem.
How's Maria?
She's been through a lot. I don't know if you... No, you were poisoned before. A lot of shit happened last night.
He's kind of like looking past you out the open door at like just the devastated house.
Yeah. I think you and your father were poisoned. I've dealt with it. It's all out of your system. I'm going to give him another hour. His body's not as young as yours. He'll need a little bit longer to...
He was poisoned quite a while before I was as well.
Yeah.
So... And do we know who?
Yeah, we do. But I think that is for us to discuss once everyone is together. It is... I think it's going to be very personal, and I think a lot of you need to hear it together.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and stretch my legs a little.
Yeah.
Kind of like swings over and like pulls himself up out of bed. He's still fully clothed. Like he's a little bit wobbly on his feet, but he starts to sort of find his stride. And as he comes up past you, he kind of, thank you again, claps you on the shoulder, and continues out and makes his way downstairs.
At which point, I would like to head upstairs with a plate of breakfast for Maria.
Cool.
So I guess probably passing on the stairs.
Yeah, he like sees you coming and kind of gives you a nod, and you can see him looking around, kind of assessing the damage.
There's eggs and sausages and mulch in the kitchen. It's beans. They're nice. They're
Put
good.
some respect on its name, innit?
They're good.
Appreciated, thank you.
I worked hard on those.
Head over to her room. Was she on the first floor? I can't remember.
Yes, she was on the first floor. And yeah, you lock the door push open, and she's like lying in bed, and you see her kind of like her eyes open, and she kind of rolls over to one side.
Wakey, eggs and I should have cooked bacon if I wanted that rind to work. So I head over and just put it on the dresser, little knife and fork.
Eggs and...
She kind of like reaches over, pulls it over, and sits up, and she's like, thanks. Starts cutting it. And,
You alright?
my head hurts quite a lot.
Well, that's to be expected. Well, take your time, but do come downstairs in a little bit, because we'll get everyone together, I think, and have a little bit of a discussion about everything that happened last night. Do you remember everything?
Most of it, I think.
Okay, good.
Is Darla gone?
I think so, yes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And she just like puts a fork full of eggs and beans in her mouth. I don't like being told what to do anyway. And it carries on eating.
Okay, well, I'll go and put some tea on, shall I? So head out. Leave it to it.
So after a little while, you all kind of reconvene downstairs. Eventually, Cedric wakes, and he comes out of the room, like hand on the door frame, kind of looking around. You can tell he's still quite weak. and just like kind of locks eyes with you. He's got a very, very like stern face, and he was unconscious for everything that happened. So he's just woken up in his own house, feeling like absolute shit, with the cleric that he invited to preside over his wife's funeral, coming upstairs with the house in complete disarray.
See, I get come with like my fingers are interlocked in front of me and said, "Good morning, Lord Windvine."
What exactly?
I think it's best you come downstairs. You're going to need the full rundown of what's happened. And an explanation for all this.
Very well. And he makes his way back into the room. Eventually comes out then in a kind of like a house coat. Makes his way downstairs, like walking past you, kind of looking at you.
I think I'd like take
Wish that house coat.
walk like next to him to the side. I'm just gonna be like, I will warn you, it's going to be a very personal discussion. Probably a lot of family matters. So if there's anything you would not want the doctor to hear or anybody else, I would ask you remove them. Or just excuse them for a little. And then we shall discuss.
Father's already down there. He's...
Oh wait, they're all in the drone room already.
He's having his 4th portion of beans.
Yeah.
Wait, why did I think drone room study?
awesome.
I thought drone room study for some reason. That's like a
We're fucking today, boy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so everyone's in here.
The service in here is awful. I am yet to have my plate of mulch.
There's literally a buffet set out on the table.
Oh, I assume because you were handing it out to people I had to wait.
Well, I plated it up for the girl.
Okay.
Yeah, look,
Also,
I don't mind. I can plate it up for you as well if you'd like. You like that? Okay. I played some of
he has been waiting for 45 minutes.
I've just been studying,
Very
watching him kind of stress. It's quite funny.
He did not bring it up until this point.
You enjoying? Tasty, innit?
Morning, Izmir.
Lord Windvine, morning.
Morning.
Good morning. He's like looking across all the like paintings that have come off the walls, and
Would
the
you like
dresser
some,
is like down with all the fine china all smashed.
Would you like a bit of breakfast?
I don't quite have the stomach for it yet, but thank you.
Fair enough.
He pulls up the seat at the head of the table and sits. Farley's kind of like swinging back and forth on his seat at the other end of the table, and he kind of like glances up at his father briefly, because I think the last conversation between them was a fairly blazing row before he briefly brought him a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then no more.
Okay. So, you, Lord Windvine, missed a lot of the night because you were poisoned. Let's get straight to it. You were poisoned.
Poisoned by whom? He's like looking at Farley.
Use your grammar there.
Oh, I understand. He was my first suspect too, but it was not him. Because he was also poisoned. Shortly after you.
Farley's just like,
Upon the death of Roderick, do you remember what you did with the body?
there's a knowing look on his face.
I do not judge you or the late lady for what you both did.
I protested. Profusely I did, but Rosalie, she was inconsolable. This was the only way to let her process her grief. I washed my hands of it entirely.
Yes, well sometimes inaction also is as bad as making the wrong choice, because your son's spirit came back and has been living in your daughter's doll. I believe in the doll. It could be the entire house, really. But
I think it was the entire house.
yeah.
He destroyed the doll and it had no effect.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's just been hanging around, hasn't he?
We. Not me, we.
But your son has been, your spirit for however long has been existing within the home, and has been instructing your daughter to do odd things, either play little practical jokes or to go even further, like poisoning the wine.
Alice had said that there was something in the house.
Yeah, but she's got good intuition.
And I've never put much stock into those things, but...
Now, your son has been laid to rest properly, with a lot of the proper rites in place. He has been returned to the crypt, and Maria has said her goodbyes and has done the best she can to move on, or to at least take the first steps to move on. But that is ultimately the cause of everything that has happened. But at least as of now, it should be all solved.
He sits back and looks around. That is a lot to expect a man to believe.
I don't need you to just believe it. There's plenty of evidence to something happening around here. The fact that I know as much as I do, I'd either have to be a mind reader or I could only speak the truth. I'm not a storyteller. I am just a holy man.
Men of the cloth aren't known for their lies. I'll give you that.
I wouldn't go that far. Some will lie.
Not the best time to say it, mate. Just you could have selected where it was, isn't it?
I'm as you say, a straight shooter.
And of course, if you were somehow involved in all of this, and your story was a lie, then why would you still be here? Then I suppose I must thank you for your efforts. And for potentially saving not only my life, but that of my son. He kind of stands up, and he's still quite weak. Makes his way over and puts out a hand to you.
I'll stand up and take his hand, and I'll just look up to him and say, you, your son, your daughter, you've all been through a lot of traumatic events. But there are rifts between all of you. Enough of you have suffered tragedy for these little petty squabbles to continue. And I go look at Farley as well.
Just hanging back in his chair.
Any one of you could have died if we were not here last night. You both of you very nearly did. And the last things you would have said to each other is what you said in that dining room. You both are family. That is, it should be one of the most important things in your lives.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, yes, but yeah, 15.
Nice.
You can tell Farley's itching to sort of be butt out, but he you see his face kind of soften a little bit. Yeah, maybe you're right. He looks up at Cedric and nods. And Cedric kind of through the corner of his eye looks down at him and nods. And finally looks back at you and goes, we're not going to hug or anything.
No. I was only given an opinion.
Cedric nods his head. Your counsel is appreciated, Derek. Now, I think it is only right that I reward you for your efforts. What would you have? Money?
I'm not really one to we don't ask for pay for this kind of stuff. We don't.
Yeah, good one.
Stop.
Panicking.
We don't ask for pay. We are but humble. I am but a humble cleric who travels and just performs his duty.
Yeah, but you're the only one here who is.
It's shush.
Sorry. Right.
But obviously we do need to live. We all do need stuff to pay for. I ask if there are things you would wish to donate, money, whatever it is. Me and my party will humbly accept. Do it humble. When you hear that? Humble.
Sounds like you got a bit of a.
I think he's talking to you.
When you
I
throw
don't think
it
he's talking to me. He's talking to you.
I'm a stonemason. Humble is my middle name. It's not.
Cedric nods his head and says, I will see to it that you are all rewarded.
Don't send it to his house though, because we'll never see it.
He heads over to... Well, he heads out of the room. And then, after a little while, he eventually comes back, holding like a wooden box, which he places on the table in front of him and opens after unlocking it with a key.
Ooh,
He starts. You can see him sort of counting something out inside it. And puts a small pouch down, and another, and then another. And like pushes them towards you, and then he also closes the box, heads back out of the room. Comes back a few moments later with a very, very dusty looking bottle,
I'm re-gifting stuff.
which he
Prosecco.
places down next to it.
Who for Christmas? Got loads of.
150 gold pieces. This pouch contains an assortment of gemstones, and this is a bottle of the finest brandy, aged 50 years or so.
How much is that worth?
I would wager
Not
it's
for selling.
probably appreciated in value since I first purchased it.
Well, I really appreciate value in my belly, so I'm not going to sell it.
I gotta like pick up. Do I recognise
What is it, brandy?
Do I recognise the brand?
Brandy, yeah.
The brandy, it's the label marks it as Kingfellow Reserve.
There's two words I heard: valuable and king.
Alright, no, it's the name.
I will
It's.
Yeah, money.
gather them up. I like bow. Thank you.
And I think it would be customary for us to toast to your efforts. Although all of the glassware is... he kind of looks over at just this pile of...
One just like slowly putting itself back together in my hands, just like.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. How many? He just kind of like counts. And if you kind of go around fixing a few glasses...
Shots of glass. Just like.
Seeing how slowly it's that, I'm like, okay, and I will also help out to cast my intimidate.
He uncorks the brandy with a... and pours like a slug of it.
What's the value?
The value is in the taste.
It smells.
Based on experience.
It smells sweet. I've never had brandy before.
So what you've been given in the pouches is 150 gold in one of them. There is a pouch containing four sapphires, which are each worth 25 gold.
Sapphires might be handy for the spell boys.
And then in the other pouch is a ruby which is worth 75 gold,
Lovely.
and a emerald which is worth 125.
Now, of all of those gemstones, I would like you to tell me what ergot the cutter would make off. Tersmere, for being a good cleric.
Well done.
Can you do anything for black eyes?
I could, but
That's a question, not a toast.
who's got the black eye?
Alice.
But I thought she was the one doing the poisoning. I thought she was possessed. Sorry, Alice.
Yeah, but you see how
She's like walking past the room with the tray and just kind of looks at you and scurries on.
Oh, can Alice have a brandy? It's only fair, isn't it?
No brandy
She
for
can-
the hell.
I tell you what, she can have mine. I don't really like it. It's a bit sweet on me.
Shall we
Yes, I believe our business is concluded.
head off?
Yeah.
We have some pressing information to deliver,
We do.
and this has been quite the detour.
I wouldn't
Going
call
to
this
see
fun.
if the carriage is ready for us to depart.
Yeah, shall we just go
Good
now?
idea.
Yeah. Alright, all the best.
And kind of finishes drinking his brandy. Says, and to you. Thank you once again.
Yeah, isn't it?
The glass down. Dust myself off. Head out, follow both of you. In the group.
Cool. Are you all heading out to the carriage?
Yes.
Very well. So Thormund has finished tacking up the horses. The carriage is prepared. No coffin on top this time.
Good. That's nice.
But yeah, there's room for you all to sort of climb into the back. So it's up to you if there's anything final you want to do or say before you head off, or if you just want to hop in and go. It's ready for you.
I'm eager to be rid of this place.
Very well. So, making your way back out to the wagon, you all pile into the back. And
On top.
on top. However you decide to travel.
You'll be the first to attack the bandits.
That's fine.
Thormund kind of like leans back and is like, alright,
Alright.
okay. And fits the reins and the horses begin kind of clopping their way down out the kind of cobblestone road that leads out of the grounds of the manor and then back out onto the road. So your journey from the city to the manor it was around about 2 hours if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
It's roundabout, isn't it?
yeah, it's like kind of like up and out and around. But you get back onto the road. It's fairly bumpy. It's not the most comfortable journey, although it is a much more comfortable journey than it would be in a less padded sort of seating arrangement. So it kind of trundles along the road for a little while. It's about an hour, so you can take a short rest if you want to. Not that I don't think anyone needs to really, but you can.
Just check and see if I can channel divinity to get a spell slot back. Carry on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to ask if there's any conversation or anything anyone wants to have on this first leg of the journey.
Anything notable in the
Sorry,
distance?
You pass a couple of wagons. You pass a couple of horses and people travelling. The road that you're on, from where it sort of comes from, seems to be lesser travelled, so they're few and far between.
An eventful night.
I'll see.
I do apologise. Most of them are not like that.
That's alright.
Well, I suppose you are fortunate that we were with you.
Yeah. How was this time?
Well, if you keep doing such good a job, you'll become quite in demand.
It makes me wonder whether stuff like that can happen because of the proximity to Haven's Reach.
What do you mean?
Well, with the undead horde coming
that
and
situation.
the catacombs.
So we're going to have to sort that out at some point, isn't they?
It is according to their plan, is it not?
Say again, sorry?
It is according to their plan, is it not?
Yeah, that's true.
Whoever sees dubious figures are meeting with the Judiciary.
My only concern is it's probably best we don't split up now for the foreseeable future while there is a target on our back. Because that could be prime opportunity to pick us
We are
off one
stronger
by
together.
one.
I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I just don't see why going back into the lion's den is the best idea.
It's not, but
It is a large city.
We don't know how many of these shadowy people there are.
No, but we cannot find out if we are not within the lion's den, as you say.
also there can't be too many. Because why would they not have control of the city like that?
That's true.
They have to use subversion. They got to use underhanded tactics. It's clearly not. They clearly don't have the numbers to just go, I control the city now.
Well, they can't seize it because it'd be a coup, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but if you have enough
People
manpower,
I know, but the
you
people
can do
rise
whatever the
up
fuck
and
you
then
want.
they want the people on side, don't they? They don't want people. That's why they're doing it this way, because then it's like, oh, the people actually have had enough. Had enough of magic users and their cheeky local going up in flames. It's all, it's a smart plan where they want the people on side. So it's, longevity and all
Because
that.
it is easier for them to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It will take longer, but it is easier for them.
Yeah,
Sure they could oppress everyone, but then it's just a repeat of what happened before, isn't it?
yeah, but you don't think they have enough support? We were all in that hole during the speech. There was an
They are waiting for people
about
to
half.
give up their rights rather than taking them.
Yeah.
but I think the fact remains that we need to inform the Senator of what we have learned. And to do that, we have to enter the city.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Until the Senator knows who Erlin is, or what Erlin is, I'd say we're pretty on the hook.
Yeah, perhaps she has uncovered more knowledge while we have been away.
Here's to hoping.
Perhaps.
And if anything, she's a form of protection for us.
Is she though?
I believe
Yes.
so.
By all accounts, she is a powerful mage and a very well-connected woman.
And he likes her. That's normally a positive in my book.
Well, he likes you as well.
Who?
Do not speak for me.
He has to like me. I keep him alive.
That's fair enough.
But only because he keeps me alive, but then I keep him alive. Which then keeps me alive, but then I can keep him alive.
There's a lot of give and take going on here, isn't it?
It's a
By that
beautiful
logic-
cycle.
Oh, it's a vicious cycle. I
By
can see
by
that.
that
I
logic,
like
you would
you.
also have to like me, and I do not think that is the case.
I would just say your wife is very kind.
So you prefer my wife over me?
Your wife is just very kind. She's very nice.
Now let me tell you something. That is
That tree, that's a great looking
that is
tree,
the
isn't it?
start.
Wow,
From the
look
top
at
of the carriage, my wife.
That's
That's interesting stance to
That's
take.
not something you say, all right?
Oh no, he is right though. My wife is wonderful.
I know, but you don't go after a man's wife, do you?
I did not go after his wife. I just complimented her. If every marriage is two halves, she is the better.
God, I really never have seen a tree like that. That's amazing. Wow.
You are getting concerned for no reason. Serafina von Fane has standards.
And look at that tree. Oh my goodness.
As you say
We have
that,
seen these trees before, Sigurd.
you hear from Thormund, who is driving the wagon, just a quick like whoa, and it begins to channel to a halt.
How long's it been? How many hours?
It's been about an hour at this point
Oh fuck.
from you leaving,
Prime ambush rate.
and it just kind of like grinds to a halt for a second, and he kind of like leans down on the one side and says, "Hold up there, just blockage in the road."
I'm not putting my head out first.
He hasn't got down off the wagon yet. He's just kind of like looking.
What is it, mate? You tell us. Describe it.
Would I be able to see what it is?
Oh yeah, you're on top, of course. Make a perception check.
Yeah, 8.
As he said that, I mean, imagining you were probably looking off the back of the wagon, kind of taking in the surroundings, and as he says that, you turn around and you look. You're on a kind of like basically like a dirt road at this point. There's like odd bits of fence around either side. You're very close to the tree line, and in the middle of the road, a little way forward is like the shape of what looks like a horse lying down, just like off to one side of the road, and you can see that there are like clear signs that something has happened here. There's some rags of clothes, there's some things that have been kind of strewn about on the ground, and you can quite clearly see the red stain of blood
I know.
kind of like pooling in some places around. The horse looks like it's dead. It's not moving, but yeah, that's what you see.
Someone's been had.
Right, just go around it there, innit? We don't need to get involved.
As you say that, he looks at Thorman looks at you and is like, "Bandits, you reckon?"
Yeah, it looks like there's blood, dead horse.
Is the horse?
Veins.
I'm gonna pop my head out. Is the horse completely blocking the road?
It is like half on the road. Like you could feasibly get the wagon around it, but you'd run the risk of the wheels going down into the ditch on the side.
Okay.
Are there any arrows?
Arrows. Make a perception check from where you are.
11.
It looks like it, yes. As you can see, like long shapes sticking out of the body of the horse. It is kind of silhouetted because of the fog. If you want to make it out any more, you'd probably have to get a little bit closer where you currently are. It is obscured. Light
Are
blue.
arrows?
Not a beast or creature then.
Why do you have to turn to bandits? You could be a baker, you could be a mason, you could be... You always turn to band, just get a job.
I'd love to do
That's
that.
what you have to do.
It is a
Just
very
make bread all day.
entitled viewpoint coming from someone who is part of the clergy who has most of their needs met.
It is a realistic viewpoint of someone who's been on your caravans when bandits have attacked us. Why is there so many?
I'm going to disembark the carriage.
We still
Thorman
still
kind of
need
like
bikers.
leans over to you. He's like, "You say you're a caravan man?"
Yes.
I imagine you're no stranger to dealing with a few bandits then. He kind of nervously leans back on the seat.
Bandits or goblins, perhaps. You should probably get inside the carriage until Viv clears it away.
Shall do! He hops down and kind of just makes his way in the back. If any of you are still in there, Thorman just kind of climbs through and sits in the middle.
I'll make it out as well.
I'll go to approach the blockage in the road.
Okay.
Belzevere.
So you begin to like kind of cautiously approach, and you can see all these what look like arrows sticking out of the horse. And as you start to draw closer, you can see that the back end of the horse has a huge gash mark out of the side of it. And as you come around the side, you can see that the intestines are spilled out on the ground, and it looks like a lot of the horse's abdomen has been ripped away.
Ooh.
Most likely goblins and some kind of creature.
Also approach the body of the horse.
I inspect one of the arrow shafts.
Yeah, you
on the flight.
head up and you pull one out.
Yeah.
And to your surprise, there's no arrowhead. What you're now holding in your hand looks like a long spine.
Oh dear.
Like a very, very long porcupine spine. It's about that long.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Like holding in your hand and look.
Oh no!
Bells, what's going on?
Not an arrow.
What?
Not an arrow.
What's everyone's passive perception?
12. No, 11.
Mine is 11. But I also have blind sight out to 10 feet, if that helps.
My passive is 16.
11.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, what you see and hear in very, very quick kind of succession, Belzevere, as your head kind of snaps over to one side, there is a low growling sound as something comes bounding out of the trees over on this side here. It looks like, at first glance, a very large wolf. But then, as it kind of skids to a halt in the ground, you see all the fur on its back kind of stick up like the rows and rows of these spines. And it kind of haunches its shoulders, and these two protrusions of bone kind of up on either side of it, and it lets out a growl and just charges forward. And unfortunately, it's going to get a surprise, which means everyone is going to get disadvantage on their initiative, which is how that works now.
I feel like that's better.
Sigurd, what have you got?
I've got a 6, unfortunately.
6. Iago?
10.
10. Belzevere? 2. Blink?
9.
And Ismir?
13.
13. It's not so bad with the disadvantages there, actually. Okay. These guys are still going to go first.
These guys?
Because there is another one at the same time, which comes jumping out of the trees on this side here. And they come in on
Comes bounding over.
Comes bounding over. And this one here
Man, what are these things?
comes running in.
Fucking dire porcupines.
You can reach.
I thought it was a manticore at first, but no.
It's a bone doggo.
Bone dog.
6
honey
can just
manager.
about reach. And just from either side, straight
for the balls.
Straight towards Belzevere.
Rum
And
bibbly
the
umptious.
first one is going to come in with claws against you.
You touched the horse, you never touched the horse.
And that was a 23 to hit.
No, this is-
T-Rex can't see.
And the
when
other
you
one was a natural 1.
This thing can only see when you touch horses.
The first one with its first
Sorry,
attack
wine gums are really moreish.
is going to come in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10 slashing damage
Wowzer.
with the claws.
It's nasty.
Yowie, wow.
Other one is going to do the same thing. First one is a 16 to hit.
Hit.
Second one is another natural 1. Fucking hell, look at that.
Look at that.
So with his first claw attack, the other one is going to do 3, 4, 5, 9, 13 slashing damage.
We're level 4.
And the other one, that was really nasty. That is the end of their turn. This one now turns after that initial attack, snarling at you two.
I'm glad it was me, though, 'cause I'm pretty
no.
sure anyone else taking that damage would be down by
And
now.
Ismir is you.
Okay, time
I
to
don't actually
get
like
it.
that.
Take a step back on my turn, and then I'm gonna spot Belzevere, Sigurd, and Yago in my 30-foot range, and I'm gonna bless up.
Bless her, bitch.
Bless up, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Treat me like a lady.
And then I'm going to take one more step back.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my turn there. That's my turn.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Next up is Iago.
Bloppage. I'll take a couple of steps forward
Okie doke.
to there. And I'm just going to lob the trident.
That's that one.
Let's go.
Go.
You're not familiar with it.
Is 13?
Wallace.
13 does not hit. Unfortunately, the spines seem to kind of almost glance it off as it just kind
I'll
of
show you later,
and it just off in another direction. Back in the hand.
What is it?
The fuck do I know?
What is it?
Getting fucking mauled on
Someone
both.
tell me what it is.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not sure. I'm just getting stabbed.
Is that you, Iago?
I'll use a little bit more of my movement. And just like the kind of emeralds start glowing, and they almost like seem to appear slightly above bells as I cast Sanctuary on him.
Sanctuary.
Love this spell.
Is it my go, by the way? Did it fall on me when I asked?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, that was convenient.
Oh, you just thought he was interrupting someone else. Just
I genuinely did. I'm going to cast innate sorcery.
And nick one of your
Cool.
crisps.
I'm not going to be a psychopath and use Tide to Chaos immediately.
No, as soon as you close it, you know you will.
I'll use. I'll cast my Scorching Rays at Mr. Right Hand Man.
The one closest to me over here.
Closest to Ryan.
That one, cool.
Very good.
Very good.
23.
23 hits, yes.
6.
6 damage.
Yes.
6 fire damage.
Yes.
It makes contact. It kind of. You see one of the quills kind of burn up.
Oh, bro.
22.
22 hits.
Oh, that was interesting. 7.
7 damage. 7 fire damage. Cool. 2.
I got one more.
Oh, yeah, go.
16.
16 just hits. Blimey. Triple Scorching Rays for 7.
We love to see
Cool.
three
So
scorching
1, 2, 3. You just blasting on this guy who takes a fair bit of fire damage from you there,
Aggressive 90s
and kind of like
starts
yelps as it pulls backwards. As it gets illuminated by the fire, you can see this kind of like canine face. It's got these kind of yellowy eyes which kind of look out from matted fur. It very much resembles a wolf, just with spines on its back. Is that the end of your turn, Luke?
It is.
That's my friend.
Don't hurt him, is it?
Okay, Sigurd, it is you.
Okay.
See good.
Sigurd.
I'm going to be using my move speed
Open them
to
if you want, bud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back to there. And then the one that is closest to me there, so that's number 2.
Cool.
This fella. I'm going to need it to make me a saving throw of what type? It doesn't fucking say. Where is it?
Reserve
Oh,
advance
wait.
save.
There is no save. I just do it.
Oh, cool.
For hex, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hex. Yeah.
As the ground beneath it, the is that what's on the ground? Is it rock? Is it
It's,
sort of
it's like a dirt and gravel road.
these cracks appear in the ground beneath it with this sort of like this bluey, greeny light shining through. As a smooth breeze, which smells of nice grass and flowers, blows by. It's hexed to fuck. Until the spell ends, I deal an extra d6 necrotic damage
Very good.
to that target, and also the target has now got disadvantage on ISA strength checks.
Okay, cool. Disadvantage on strength checks. Remind me of that if one comes up.
I will do. And I'm going to use my action now, so that was bonus action that to my act to blast,
Magic Surge.
which is
I
cocked.
should have rolled by
What do you reckon?
Magic Surge, shouldn't I? That's
free.
That is
free.
just
I think
sorcery.
it's facing this way a little bit,
Yeah,
but
it said you can.
From here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was
Definitely
a
free.
okay.
Sorry.
spell slot. Not a spell slot.
no, that's all right.
But it does.
Which is going to miss.
No, it isn't. Does it? I like
That is
this,
gonna be
'cause
the
I
end of
think
my
you
turn.
sort of
Okay,
did at the end.
so good. That's you.
Nice.
Bells of Fear. It's your
'Cause
turn.
why wouldn't you?
Oh!
Yeah, exactly.
You was the player, like,
Unless you're in a dodgy situation.
Fucking getting
someone else
swamped, and then one of these things getting like blown to fuck up. It's kind of braces himself, gonna Second wind to start off the turn.
Nice.
Just because. Ow. That's a 10.
Ooh!
That's a heal 14.
Oh,
Hey,
very nice.
do a bit of healing there.
And then gonna like level the longsword at the one that has already been hit and just start fucking going into the stab.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That probably doesn't hit. That's a 12.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
does
No,
not
it
hit.
just
Did
the
you bless
sword
as
kind of
well?
gets caught up in the spine.
There's a bless. There's a chance.
There's a chance.
There is a chance.
4.
Yeah!
16. That's the hit. That hits 18. You manage to find like an entry point between these spines and just slip the sword through
Very
into it
fucking nice.
with the guidance of Bless helping you hit that.
Bless
A
her.
little cold nudge just in the right direction. That's 5. That's 8 damage.
8 piercing damage.
Slashing. I
Slashing
believe.
damage. Cool.
Yeah, 8 slashing damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the
Okay.
start of my next turn.
Cool.
And then I am going to action surge,
Very good.
spin around, and try and hit the other one as well.
Okay, cool.
Get it really.
What's up?
I believe that is another 16.
16's another hit.
10 plus 1
If so,
plus 5. Yep.
Yeah. Math is mathin'.
Math is mathing. All the girls are darling. That's a 10 slashing damage.
Very
Oh
nice.
my lord.
Okay,
Also
this one
has-
takes his first damage of the combat as you go in and just knowing kind of where to
And then
aim
just
now.
whipping around, just
Right between those spines.
yeah, just kind of disorienting them for a bit as
Fantastic.
they now both have disadvantage on the next attack they make before my next turn.
Cool, brilliant. And that being the end of your turn, unless you want to move at all, happy to stay there.
May as well keep them interested in me.
Okay, cool. That brings it to top of the round. It's their turn. So, this one who's taken a fair bit of damage, kind of like head goes down, the front legs kind of like they bend in like the wrong way, kind of thing, and it kind of like goes to the ground. Its back haunches come up, and the spines all kind of stand.
Not his whole
And it is going to.
Transforming.
Oh, fucking
Aber.
It's actually going to come a little bit further forward. It's going to go to here,
whiny gums.
and then it's going to do it. It just like kind of runs in a little
Why
bit,
is this thing smart?
and then kind of pulls its back up and is going to shoot in that direction there. Could everyone in that range there make
it's
a
not me.
dexterity
Oh, it's fine
saving throw?
Don't forget your blesses if you have them.
Which range, sorry?
Stacked it.
Yeah, that's all of you.
Yeah, it's
Anyone not me, essentially,
all
right?
of you. Actually,
Or maybe not Blink.
I don't know if Blink is in it.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think it's going to hit you, Blink. No.
I think only you would have used.
What about the horses? Not the horses!
It's going to hit one of the horses potentially.
One's fine.
No!
It's bridled, so it's going to have disadvantage on this dexterity saving throw. Doesn't make
Fuming.
sense. There's not really anywhere for it to go.
I think
Okay.
I'm good.
What type of horses are they?
Horse.
They're just normal,
Normal.
basic horses. Okay, Yago, what you get?
11.
It's a fail.
Did you bless as well?
You're fine. Sigurd,
10, fail.
and who's the
With
other
a
one?
bless as well?
Ismir.
Yeah. I got a 19.
Anyone under a 13 is a fail. Anyone above is a success and is going to take half damage on this.
Great success.
Still take.
Stink dogs.
That is going to
I
be
think I would have come to
17
Yeah, that's right.
piercing damage on a fail as this volley of needles just shoots towards you.
Was it 17?
17
No way.
and half as much on a success.
So 8 damage to me.
And that is, however, its turn done.
So is it 16? Sorry, I was rolling my concentration.
17, yeah.
Oh,
Same I got my concentration.
Yeah, my concentration, which I have advantage on, I rolled 2 nat ones.
No!
Fuck.
Bye bye, Hex.
Shit! The hex goes. The other one is going to attack Belzevir, and it has disadvantage on this.
On the first attack.
So it's coming in with a claw attack first. That one went off the table, but I don't think it's
I've
going to
eaten
roll
too
lower
many
than the
wine gums.
3 that the other one rolled. So the first one's a miss. Second one, then it's fucking hell. Stay there. Second one is coming in for 16,
Yeah, me too.
which is going to 4, 8, 9.
Lark.
That was 15.
Fuck hell, man.
15 slashing damage. God damn. As it just comes with like a side swipe to the claw and gets you across the chest, just like pushing your shield out of the way and sort of just managing to get a bit of purchase in there. That's the end of its turn, however, and it is going to stay where it is because it's currently engaged in combat with you. And Ismir, it's your turn.
Blow it the fuck up.
Me. Okay, he just struck out his spines. So I'm going to.
It now has no spines in its back. does it?
That helps me make the decision even more then.
Let's use this ammo.
I'm going to
Reload.
seeing the one's got spines now and the one hasn't, and
gotta reload.
that would fucking hurt a lot of us. I'm gonna look to the one next to Zafir that has spines in it currently. I'm gonna clutch my little symbol and I'm gonna try and guide and bolt it.
The one that has no spines.
No, the one with spines.
The one with spines.
The one on Belzafir. I'm gonna try and guide and bolt.
Gan bolt.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. That is 14.
14 misses, unfortunately.
Fucking don't do attack spells.
Again,
No.
the spines seem to just
Invest
glance
yourself,
the
huh?
spell off and the guiding bolt goes flying.
Damn.
That's it. Anything else?
I'm gonna just go 1, 2, move a little closer.
This one like turns its head and snarls at you as you begin to walk past it. It's kind of like looking around to kind of get the lay of the land where everybody is.
Fuck off. That's my turn.
Right, Yago.
Oh, literally just lobbing my trident at that one again.
Okay, at the one without the spines? The one directly in front of you?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
No.
What was it?
6.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, that's not a hit. The
just
trident
catches.
just goes flying over this thing's head and you pull it back to your hand.
So actually, fuck this, I'm not having a good time, I'm gonna go with you. Come on,
Pull
boys.
back just behind Sigurd.
Is the horse dead?
Oh shit, yes, it did.
No!
Yeah, no, it is dead.
Horsey!
In fact, I will remove
Oh,
that
that's right,
from the,
mate. You're having a much worse day than I am. Talking to the dead horse.
Tell you what, I'm going to leave it there because it could potentially be cover.
Oh, can I duck behind it?
Yeah,
I will.
you can duck down, call it half
Let's
cover.
do that.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
alright, that's alright, mate. Serving us in death. We love to see it.
Starts pissing and shitting everywhere.
Yeah, well.
Blink, it's you.
I will use 3 of my sorcery points to get a level 2 spell slot back.
Nice.
And then
That's bonus action.
I'll fiery scorchery beam at them again.
Scorching ray.
Fucking go off.
Pop off half.
20.
20 hits. Which one are we aiming at?
The one closest to us.
The one closest to that.
5.
Spineless.
5 damage on the first one. Spineless Steve. One scorching ray. Boom, hits it in the side.
22.
22. Fucking hell. 22 hits. Second scorching ray. Boom, hits it on the other side.
That's slightly better than it was before.
6.
Yeah.
6 damage. Cool. That's 2 hits with those 2 scorching rays.
Fuck yeah.
20.
Nothing but fucking net, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's 3 hits.
I guess when you can just on demand have advantage, you roll quite
5.
well.
Is that you, Blink?
That is me.
Good turn. Good hits. Sigurd,
Bink.
it's you.
Bink.
This one spineless wolf now snarling at the group of you who are kind of clumped up at the back there.
I'm sure it is.
The other one is very distracted by Belsphere right now.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna blast it.
Cool.
So anyway, I start blasting.
Don't forget your D4.
Oh boy. Oh, this is a
You're
fucking.
alright there.
Don't forget your bless.
This is a tanking hit. Oh lord.
Lord.
27 hit.
I think it does, yeah. God damn.
Woo!
Spines or not, that's hitting.
Spans and that. That's hitting.
Am I an idiot who didn't put any D10s out? Yeah, I think I am. Okay.
Can I borrow one then?
No, I got a D100, so that'll do.
Oh! 100 damage!
100 damage. Oh yeah, that'll be 10 force damage.
Very nice. Okay.
No.
Hits it in this crackle.
You get
and it just
like Christmas.
blasts back to one side.
That is an average
Invocation what I have not taken yet.
Fair.
Or anything else for you?
I am reasonably far away. I will take a couple of steps back. To go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Was that on the spiny one or the
This is on the spineless one.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that was spineless Steve. my
Would
bad.
you like
Sorry.
to describe how you kill him?
Oh lord!
Hey!
Just this sort of blurry, like skin, like sort of, it's like a skinny ellipsis. You know what I mean? Like a big fucking like
Yeah,
a TIE
I get
fighter bolt. Just comes flying straight past you, Yago, and you smell. What's your favourite flowers?
I quite like the one they put in bread.
You smell. No. Well, you don't smell that. You smell you get a lovely hit of begonias as it comes straight past, and
Fucking Camden Hells hops. Just like, oh, it's lovely. That is. Probably like lavender.
there we are. You get a lovely hint of lavender as it comes flying past, and it just impales itself through its skull.
Asleep. Oh, it's nice. That is.
Cool. The wolf just like tumbles to the side, rolls along the ground, and just like yelps a little bit, tries to pull itself up, and then just dies. Okay, cool.
There it is.
Anything else you want to do, Sigurd?
That is the end of me too.
Belsaphir, it's you.
Okay, very good. Start my turn. I'm going to second win again. For 9.
Oh my!
Cool.
You get 2 second wins.
Look at 3.
Jesus!
They buffed the shit out of second win.
I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
You can also use it on failed ability checks.
Oh yeah, and you can. That's
But
what's
if you
fun,
still
that is.
fail after the roll, it doesn't
Don't
expend the use.
expend it.
Yeah, it's really nice. Let's fucking use this shit.
Spin to win.
Then I'm gonna just, seeing that one die, spin around, sword up again, I'm just going in for it.
Good.
Tap
Cool.
towards it, try and cunt this motherfucker.
Go ahead.
That's
Hunting one.
that's my front. That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits between the spines.
Between the spines, 20 to hit, and 6 damage.
6 damage.
And it
Okay.
has disadvantage on its attack.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Is that you? Is there anything else you want to do?
I will. Now, seeing that it's shot, it's Spingos. I don't want to get into a lot. I would like to interpose myself with it and everyone else, but now I know that's a bad idea, so I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Okay, cool. It is going to just kind of like pulls itself around. It's now like backing away from you. You can see the other one's down on the ground. Its eyes kind of glance from the dead one back into the rest of you. Like pulls itself back like towards, so it's kind of like cornered in with the dead horse. Spines go up and it's gonna make that attack in this direction, which I don't think is gonna quite reach you, Iago, but it is gonna hit Belsaphir and Ismir. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, it's only going to hit you too. So could you both make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Okay.
Bless.
It's Sports Junior.
That's a fail.
I've just failed as well.
13 is the DC. Above a 13 would be a success. Below a 13 would be a fail. On a failed save, you're going to take 17 piercing damage. On a success, half as much.
Oh, fucking punishing.
Okay,
Exact-
17, half. Okay, it's still 10. Let's make that.
It's now spineless. Again, this one has shot all of its spines out, and it now just kind of resembles a big, really grisly-looking wolf. But that is the end of its turn. Ismir, it's you.
It's me.
It's me, it's you.
Is me?
Is you.
Me?
I'm just gonna take a hold of the thing again. I'm gonna cantrip, holy word it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shoot a burning blue but cold blast at it.
But cold.
Yeah, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Wolf is going, oh, I thought that'd be hard.
Fire. Cold. Yeah, 6 radiant damage.
Radiant
Is there
damage.
a patent office in Althar? Because I don't know, I feel like someone's got a patent on blue things burning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah, but
copyright,
it's like
man.
cold.
Be hearing from my lawyers.
Yeah, but it's cold.
It strikes the side of the wolf, wheels backwards, it lets out a yelp, skids into the mud a little bit, holds its ground.
Cool. After that, full of spines. Just be like, okay, Bells, you have it. Okay, hold.
Yeah, I feel like I have it.
That's what I said.
Cool. Iago.
Just literally fucking popping up behind this horse just with the crossbow just.
Accurate.
That's funny.
Just fucking over the top of the trench.
Oh, nice. 19 to hit.
19 hits, yeah.
Good, I'm glad that hits.
You done it.
I did. 10 damage.
10 damage, nice. Okay, cool. The bolt goes in its
Cast
neck.
shield.
You just like, and it starts kind of howling now in pain.
Nice. I duck back down.
Cool, very nice. Back in half
Fucking
cover.
stop blasting.
Blink, it's you.
Oh, I think we all know what I'm going to do.
I think you-
Delta Force paintball. Represent.
Aim for your teacher.
I
Right
guess we'll have to take the chaos.
Hey, okay, let's go.
What? Again?
Chaos Tides, bitch.
Oh no. Snake eyes.
Snake Eyes on 1822.
Jeez.
9.
9 damage.
Secret. Just roll them all at the same time.
Cool.
If
Oh,
it hits,
that's a
you've
good
already-
idea.
If it hits, you've already rolled your damage.
Nat 20.
He's there! There he is!
Just finish this one.
Double damage on 11, so 22.
Yeah, or you could roll.
You can either roll. You can roll twice the dice because we like rolling dice. It's fine.
Okay, 11.
We like rolling dice here.
17.
Cool. How would you like to kill it?
So the first shot off the top of the carriage, and then I jump down, hide behind the horse, and I pop up like Yago. And that's what I picture of.
And you hit it in the side. It goes spinning back along the road, skids to a halt on the ground.
Fucking wild magic.
Huge, like kind of burned thing out of it. And could you roll a d100?
Hold on. I've still got one scorching ray here,
All right.
and there's still a wolf next to me.
No, there isn't.
No, they're both dead.
Yeah, he's still dead.
Oh, okay.
Bang. There we are.
Secure the kill.
55.
55.
Don't kill me.
We're gonna have to walk back to this.
A wolf with spines appears.
What would you like to do with the extra action you've got?
Oh, very nice.
Time seems to slow for a moment.
I get an extra action.
It's an extra action on your turn, yeah?
It's beans.
I can't do bugger all.
No.
I think
There's
combat's
nothing else
over.
to kill. What you got? What are these?
I'm going to take my action to hide behind the carriage.
Cool. And it looks like the threat is gone. As far as you can tell.
I stand a tree line. I look around. I'm looking.
Make a...
I scan around, I look in.
I'm looking.
Make a perception check.
I'm eyeballing. 12.
You don't see another one. Everything's fairly quiet.
Like 300 just sword break the spines in the shield and just.
I just head up to the carriage.
Gonna use my last second wind
I
chime.
don't see any more.
Thormund,
He's like, yep! From the back of the wagon.
Spine Wolf's dealt with. One of the horses is dead.
His head kind of comes out to one side. He's like, oh, Carol! He gets out and goes over to the horse and kind of kneels down next to it and places a hand on the mane.
Resurrect it.
Return to me, Carol.
This is kind of like, he doesn't cry or anything, but like there's this kind of like solemn sadness in his face. He's like, oh, good girl. Good girl. And kind of stands up.
Poor old Carol.
It looked quick, at least.
Oh yeah, no, she didn't
Kind of
suffer.
examines the spines down the side of it, and he's like, oh, alright, that's looks nasty. That, what was it? And he kind of comes forward and starts having a look at these.
Spine Wolf thing.
Oh, yeah. Can I take a closer look at these to see if there's any kind of recognition to be made?
Yeah, sure. Make a nature check.
Like get some kind of understanding of what nature this beastie is. But I rolled a 5, and that's it.
You've never seen one before.
Yeah.
I mean, very much like from the description, it is essentially a wolf with spines coming out of its back. It does have these two like bony protrusions on the shoulder blades, and the front legs bend the wrong way. So it's a strange looking creature, but it's nothing incredibly monstrous. It seems to be just some sort of weird hybrid creature.
Okay.
Thormund is currently untacking the dead horse from the wagon and calming the one remaining horse, which was freaking out a little bit, and sort of like retacking the wagon to be pulled by a single horse. So you've got a few minutes of kind of before he gets this done.
Would anyone care to help me in clearing the path?
I've got.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. And also, I'm quite happy to walk alongside the wagon because I wouldn't expect the horse to pull all of us.
We'll see how she fares. Just grab one of the legs of the horse that was dead in the road and just start trying to heave it.
Pulling it along.
I start trying to awkwardly do it with my foot, just like.
Pushing from the other side. So with the combined effort of all three of you drag this dead horse from the path. The intestines kind of get left and kind of drag along behind it. As it had clearly been munched on a little bit. They had been eating viscers.
Oh, that's not good.
What are the chances that this has any link to the whole Feywild thing then?
I mean, I don't know.
I
Like,
could not speak on that.
I mean, when we fought the those little creatures at Brian's speech in the square, they all disappeared after we got the final blow on them, right? Those things are very much still there.
That's also
Are
true.
they?
Yep. Yes,
So-
they are dead on the road.
And an uneducated guess, because at the end of the day, I am a sculptor and a stonemason. Those things are probably native to this plane of existence. Am I making sense?
I don't know, they don't look like
They do not seem normal, but also they have not disappeared.
Well, there's lots of things that aren't normal in this plane of existence.
Well, look,
like,
I guess-
fucking dragons and stuff are like
You hear a rustling from the tree line to your north.
boom,
Shield out.
Straight off the ship.
boom. I'm not even fucking thinking twice about it.
Oh, just Eldritch Blast is
Straight away, yeah.
Okay. Give me a disadvantage roll to hit, as you can't
Okay,
see what you're
okay.
aiming at.
Let's hope it's not a child.
Still pretty good. 19.
Okay. You hear Eldritch Blast into the tree, and you just hear oh! on the other side.
Oh no, Sigurd, I think that is a person.
Alice with another black eye.
And there is a rustle as the trees part, and two like hands come out of the trees like this. And you just hear whoa!
I'm so sorry.
State
I'm
your intentions.
so sorry.
He's not, he meant
This
to do it.
man steps out. He's clutching at his chest now, where he's just been hit by an Eldritch Blast. Very, very broad shoulders. He's wrapped in thick layers of fur, in these kind of like browns and greys. He has very, very dark hair, which is streaked in very, very slight places with grey, tied back into several thick braids, which you can see are adorned with like black and brown feathers, animal teeth, small beads and things like that kind of hang from it. Very weathered face with a short, rough beard and a strong jaw. He has green eyes, and they kind of like dart across you, and you can see that on his back is slung a longbow of polished yew wood, and at his on his belt you can see the hilts of two curved short swords resting in leather scabbards on either side, and he kind of like puts a hand up. He's like, whoa no,
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I did, but I just pointed to the dead spine wolves.
yeah.
It's like we're a bit twitchy at the minute. Sorry.
That's okay. I've had worse. It's fine. Oh, fuck. Okay. And he steps out of the trees and kind of stands and looks over the scene. He's like, oh, well, you got two of them. Well done. And he makes his way over to one of them and like puts his foot on it and like moves its face to one side to kind of inspect it. Yep, definitely dead.
Sorry, you are
Brayard.
Brayar.
Alright, and he goes down on his knees and pulls out a knife and starts like the pelt of this thing, and just starts cutting it away.
Okay, so
oh wait, how long ago did it die?
about a minute ago.
Okay, you might want to just get down now. And he gets out of the way just as this corpse just kind of quivers for a second, and then spines shoot out in all directions from it as he just kind of dives to one side and like lands on the ground. What about the other one? When did that? And it just the other side as well, and these spines just shoot in all
They
directions.
come from behind the wagon and just.
Not with as much kind of aggression as they did when they attacked you. They just kind of burst out of it.
What the hell was that?
Is it gone? Is it done?
Oh, Christ.
I think so.
Spine wolves.
Alright, that's great.
Well,
It seems quite on the nose.
you know, it actually makes a lot of sense that they called that.
well, that's what I call them. I don't know what they're really called, but they seem to be native to the big forest up north, Era. And starts like continuing to take the pelt off this thing.
Lots of horrid little beasties in that. Oh my god.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna look over here.
That's
Lots of
quite
horrid
fascinating.
beasties
It's
in that
almost
one.
artistic. Look at him go. Alright.
I've done this a few times before.
Yeah, I know.
It just seems a shame to waste it, you know. I've been
enough.
tracking a pack
you
of
could-
4
you
of
could
these
just leave
things
it
from
here.
the
Wait a
forest.
minute now.
And,
4.
Have you only
Well, we've only killed 2 of them, so
well, yes, I can see that. Carries on taking the pelt
why would they be
off.
down here then?
There are, and he just speaks while blood is just kind of going up onto him as he's taking this pelt off. There are many strange things in the forests of this land. None more so than Era. And in the last I don't know, few years, decade or so, more and more of those strange things have been venturing out. It's almost as if something is pushing them out of the bounds of the forest. So the warders have taken up around the perimeter there to try and protect the neighboring towns, the neighboring villages, and just pulls this pelt off the wolf. And just puts it around his back. Just to make sure everybody stays alive, really.
Comfy.
Well, it's nice and warm.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, you killed it. Do you want the pelt?
Not
And pulls
just-
it off.
Do you know what?
Yes, okay. And comes over to you and just
Thank you.
drapes it around your shoulders. It's still wet, slick with blood, and very heavy. And as he puts it on you, you just kind of like, down
That's
a little
disgusting.
Well, you
Sorry,
asked-
sorry,
you
it's your kill. What was I thinking? What
It was
I
definitely
thinking?
my kill.
It's been a very long few days.
That's alright, you keep it. It's yours.
Thank you, thank you. Well, no,
Is
you,
there
you,
any-
you have it, it's fine.
He doesn't want it.
Is there any forests in particular that have an increased spike in these creatures leaving?
Edda.
Era's the most prominent.
Yes, yes. There were lots of very strange things in those trees, but yes, more and more of the more foul natured of them have been making themselves scarce as of late.
That's where.
I was under the
Elefra, right?
impression that the forest of Era was cleansed in the last decade or so.
That's precisely what the warders think is causing this. Whatever
The creatures have nowhere to go.
whatever foulness was keeping them there is perhaps gone, perhaps changing, and the foul creatures are not finding home there anymore.
But the ruins, that's where that is, right?
Well, there's plenty of things in that forest. It is very vast and has never really been fully explored, at least not in the last few centuries.
And you mentioned sorry, are you gonna skin the other one?
I'll get round to it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You mentioned who's guarding the forest? You said there's
The
some-
warders.
the warders, right? Okay.
You seem unfamiliar.
And I'm
A bit-
assuming that you are a member of these warders.
That would be right, yes. And pulls out one of these curved swords that he's got, and just holds the hilt up to you. And on the carved into the end of the hilt is this rune, this sigil. It's almost like it kind of resembles like three claws which have been pulled across. It's like three lines with like a border around it. As you can see, proof. Well, there you go. Is that all right?
I believe you.
He puts it back.
just simply asking. I'm a townie, so I don't really.
Well, basically,
No,
we
it's the
look
countryside.
after the wildlands and make sure things don't cross the borders. That unsavory things. Try and protect towns and villages on the edges of these kinds of areas.
A noble cause.
Yes. It's a hard life, but I would have it no other way.
What is the most foul creature you have come across?
I have fought harpies, manticores. I have fought owlbears. They are not so foul, but you don't want to get one angry, especially not a mother. All sorts. I've never come across a dragon, but I have seen a hydra. Did get the best of me almost. And he raises his arm up, and you can see there's this big scar down the underside of his armor. It looks like a chunk of flesh was once taken away. He's extremely muscular as well when his hand comes out of the cloak. Like he's ripped.
You are an impressive man.
Well, I don't like to boast, but seems you asked.
Well, you said you were hunting four of these creatures.
Yes, you haven't seen the other two, have you?
Not say we have. We are simply travelling back to the city.
I can't imagine they're far, though.
No, most likely not. And he starts like pacing around the scene of devastation that surrounds this area. He kind of goes down to the ground and puts his like fingers on the dirt and like, okay. Two of them went this way, and he comes off the road, and you can see you can just see now there's a little trail of blood which seems to lead off into the kind of undergrowth over on the south side of the road. Looks like they dragged something, or perhaps someone. And he kind of starts pushing his way through the bushes and like disappears. And then a few seconds later, just re-emerges. Yes, I think they went this way. Well, it has been a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Do you want me to skin the other one for you?
Say
No.
Good.
Would you like a marble?
Sure.
There we go. What was your name again?
Breyar. And sorry, I did not ask yours. What who am I speaking to? And he starts to tie the marble like around one of the braids.
Oh wow, I've never seen anyone do that before.
Like
I'm
wrapping
Blink.
it around it. Blink, that's a fine name.
Thank you. Starts with a B, like your name.
It does.
We're
It does. Yes.
Cool people. Your turn.
Belzevir von
Also a B. 3 Bs. Very good. Very good.
I'm Sigurd.
Sigurd. Well, less Bs, but an S. Still good.
Yago. That's what I mean.
Iago. You're a strange fellow, aren't you?
I've been told.
What are you? If you don't mind me asking.
What am I? Dragonborn.
But not like any I've ever seen. I've met a few.
Emerald.
Just kind of like watching these little emerald bits that are floating around you.
So I haven't seen many around these parts either. So.
Fantastic, fantastic. You're a fantastic fellow. Has anyone ever told you?
No, but thank you so much. I
Well,
appreciate
it's
it.
true. It is true. And I'm a holy man.
Yeah, Ismir.
Another I. So the B's outnumber the I's. And there's only one S.
It seems to.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. I wish you well on your hunt.
Thank you. I just only hope I can get to them before they cause any more damage. And kind of surveys the scene for a second. Anyway, where were you heading, did you say?
We're heading back to the city.
The capital?
Yeah, Haven's Reach.
I've never been.
It's alright. It's okay.
It is a city like many others, just larger.
I can't imagine it's your scene, really, to be honest, Blair.
No, I try not to frequent the cities. I much prefer canvas of stars above me as I
looking at the skinned spine wolf, like, yeah, you definitely seem like more of an outdoorsy kind of guy.
Well, it would be rude of me not to extend the invitation. Do you want to join me?
Do you find yourself in need of the help?
Well. Looks at the two. How were they? How did you fare? And you all look a little.
I'm kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on 2 hit points. I'm on 2. I'm looking proper fucked up.
Right.
Kick their ass.
Not necessarily choose for you, but
Well, I'm a proficient hunter, but these things, they are unpredictable.
I would rather we didn't come across them in the road and the killer at the house. And then we'd have to walk all the way back.
They are intelligent beasts, you see. Very good at setting traps and ambush, and they know how to use their anatomy to their benefit. It's armor when they want it, and a weapon when they want it.
No,
of course, once they've used it as a weapon, it is no longer armor, and it is I suppose a trade-off there.
Are they
just
harder
with
to
the
hit
tail,
once
mate,
they
I
have
just want to
shot
check.
their quills?
Oh, much easier.
front tail.
Squishy, soft flesh underneath.
That's good to know.
So once one is backed into a corner, you can expect it to eject its spines, and after that point, a little easier to wound.
Do you expect that they are close?
I would assume so. By the looks of things, they have
They've
probably
already
dragged
been-
off something to have for a meal. Perhaps the horse was a little too heavy for them.
We've already been rather waylaid. But you look like you're on death's door.
Yeah, but if we get ambushed and they kill the other horse,
It's a long walk back to the city.
it might be better to chase them down with a professional
Thank
to
you.
help us this time.
Oh.
Alright, okay, Blair, we'll help you find these last 2 spine wolves then.
It'll be fun!
Need it be?
Yeah, you know what, I hope so.
It won't
I'll
heal
take
it.
your
I
word
can't
for it.
heal it if it's not.
You are being a baby.
Do you see how deep it is?
Just 3.
Put my finger in there. It's not that deep.
Stop it!
Is there any sign of blackening around the wound there? And he just pulls your arm over and looks.
No!
It's not poison. But it might have been, because I know some of them are venomous spines.
What do we do if we are
Venomous.
Some of them have venomous spines.
Oh,
The bigger ones usually. These are
not
small.
funny.
Children.
Was one of the four bigger, perhaps?
From the tracks I've seen, I think yes, potentially.
Fine.
Maybe an elder of the pack. These relatively young.
Are they likely to move in the next hour or so?
Well, if they are eating, that gives us limited time for which to get the jump on them. So, if you do want to join me, we will leave now. If you do not, then it has been a fantastic meeting.
I'm keen to join him. I think it'd be a good laugh.
I mean,
I've got about 3 more heals in me. I need one. I can give one to you if you need a top up.
I would appreciate one.
How is everyone else
You're
looking?
an interesting fella.
I'm class.
As are you. As are
You
you.
are
I don't know. I like you. I think you're
Untouchable.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Blink the untouchable.
cool. What's that?
Blink
they call
the
you, eh?
untouchable.
Freyark walks over and just like puts his finger on your forehead. It is not true. If you don't
21,
mind,
yeah.
he just starts
Ow.
pulling quills out of the ground of the spines. Do any of you use a bow?
I use a crossbow.
These can be fashioned into quite fine arrows. Would you like some? There are too many for me to take them
Crossbow
all. He passes you a few. Potentially, if you find yourself a Fletcher.
I use a bow on occasion.
Oh, well, you take some too.
How many am I past?
Kind of takes a bundle of them. He passes you 5.
Each?
Each, yeah. And then he goes over to the pelt that he's already taken. Are you sure you don't want this?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. And he starts
I am
folding it up.
In touched.
Slings it over his shoulder where he kind of ties it. Okay. He's now like dripping with like spine wolf blood off this pelt that's around his shoulders.
Just head back to the carriage.
Okay.
And just,
At least they will not smell you coming.
Thormund, we're gonna go and find the final 2 of those weird wolf things.
All right. Aye.
So just stay here.
Well, look, a little way in that direction, and he points west. He's like, there's a farm, small hamlet. If I bring the wagon there, and perhaps you can meet me back there,
All right, we'll meet you at the little farm.
and I may be able to procure a second horse. So
Sounds good to me.
Do they do eggs at the farm?
I would imagine so, young sir. Aye.
You can really judge a man by the way he eats his eggs.
Anyway, we'll see you at the farm.
Oh, okay. Well.
And Brer, lead the way.
Okay. Anything else anyone needs to do? No. No. Okay. Well, too late. Let's go. And he kind of like excitedly starts like scoping out the scene, and then heads back towards this kind of gap in the shrubbery that he made earlier on. And he stops. He's like, "Okay, everybody, low to the ground.
I find that offensive.
Move like the breeze through the trees.
I like that.
Keep that in mind."
That's cool.
And he pushes the branches to one side and just disappears into it, leaving the rest of you to kind of scarper along behind him.
Snap, snap, snap. Try my best.
Less
snap.
like the breeze, more like a hurricane, but you're getting the idea.
Snap.
And he kind of like ducks his way through and starts leading you through. It's not quite forest, but it's like kind of sparsely wooded land with a lot of brambles and bracken, ferns and stuff like that off the road. You can just about see the city walls in the distance before you disappear into this area of kind of wilderness, and he starts leading you along. Every now and again he stops and starts like looking at the ground, and he picks up this small little scrap of cloth which is just like tied onto a bramble that has been kind of like caught and held by one of the thorns. It's like, so a person, yes. Okay, poor fellow is definitely dead by now, but this way. And he continues to lead you on. This goes on for about sort of 5 to 10 minutes or so, until eventually he stops and puts both of his hands up, kind of like ushering you to stop.
Stop.
He turns around over his shoulder and he says, "Okay, I can smell them. Just ahead.
Okay.
How shall we do this? Shall we spread out? Shall we all attack at once? What do you want to do?"
I suppose if we can try to bring low the elder, as you described it.
Starts pulling the bow out and stringing it. Okay, yes, very good, very good.
Focus fire on the largest threat.
Are there any trees?
Yes.
I'll also, get my bow out, swing it.
I
Are
will.
these spines able to be used?
Not currently,
Arrows,
but
okay.
if you were to take them to someone who could fashion them into arrows.
Yeah,
that
fair,
would
cool.
be- Yeah.
I will climb said tree.
Very good. Oh, look at him go. Oh, well. Make a acrobatics or athletics check.
Say again. Sorry.
Acrobatics or athletics check. I'll let you choose which one to clamber up the tree.
I will take the +5. 22.
Cool. Very nimbly,
How did
very adeptly.
Just
You are rolling
very well.
annoyingly well today.
Great. So, could everyone make a stealth check for me with advantage, as you are obscured by foliage?
Oh, would I then? If I'm in the tree.
Yes.
Okay.
You're also in foliage.
Oh yeah, technically.
As just while we're waiting, I again I produce the book, kneel down, and for a minute just cast a little rite, and again, just a little circle of mushrooms and plants just pops up around me.
Begins to lead onwards just a little way. Blink, if you're at the top of the trees, you can kind of start jumping from tree to tree and following along.
Oh, mint.
And you come to this kind of like rocky outcrop where the ground kind of goes down a little bit, leaving these kind of like rocky cliffs around the side. So it almost leads into this very, very small like gorge or valley. And as you're coming up to this bit of foliage, again, he puts his hand up, stops, pulls out the bow. Says, okay, up ahead. And as he nods his head in that direction, you can see it comes to a clearing. And you can just hear this kind of low, like snuffling, kind of like low growling of what sounds like two creatures perhaps having a disagreement over a morsel of food. And there's this sudden kind of snapping noise as one of them snaps his jaws at the other, and you hear a kind of rip, and one of them just like trots away with what looks to be a human leg in its mouth.
No. That's nice.
The one of them being like fairly bigger than the other one, not massively so, but you can see that it's a little bulkier. It's got more of a kind of like rounded back, and the spine-like protrusions coming up from the shoulders are bigger. Its eyes are larger and brighter than the smaller ones, and it like sort of heads away with the rest of the body as the small one carries the leg in one direction and starts like down at it and kind of ripping it apart. There is another body nearby which looks to be similarly savaged. It looks like there were possibly two people riding these horses, and their packs are kind of strewn about the place. Leaving you to decide how you would like to proceed.
Did you,
Well, given the stealth roll I just made, probably not very quietly.
let's say when you want your stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. I did ask for the stealth roll. Okay, Yago.
Crit fail.
Oh
With the advantage as well.
With the advantage.
Well,
Shut
It cancels out, doesn't it?
it's straight roll.
Dear.
And I've got fucking
Oh dear.
armor on.
Of course you
There's
do.
no advantage for Iago.
Oh dear. Okay, Sigurd.
Mine was 16. 16.
Belzifia?
15.
15. Okay.
16.
16.
Take my hand, my Nat 1 brother.
No.
God, you
Take
guys
my
are
hand.
fuckers.
You guys are lucky.
Ready?
You guys are lucky this is a group check. So that is a majority success. And these two creatures don't seem to have noticed you as you approach. And Brear pulls back his bow.
I fall asleep.
And
I'm waiting for your mark, my good friend.
I'm gonna just raise my hands like there's like a sort of like a green glow emanates between them. I'm just gonna fairy fire.
Okay.
Loosing arrow at the same time.
He didn't
Can I
say
see
what
that from
happens when
where-
they turn by
You can see them from where you are. Yeah, you can see. Yeah,
We're attacking
assume
from
you can
stealth. It's
see.
advantage anyway.
Make a fucking sandwich!
Assume you can see it as it is.
What do you think?
Okay.
Laid out there. But with that, then, as you have surprised them, they are going to roll their initiative with disadvantage. Whereas, could you all roll your initiative normally for me? Okay, Sigurd.
Initiative 17.
17.
Oh, no.
Yago.
13.
30. Belzifia.
16.
60. Blink.
18.
18.
Oh,
Ismail.
pretty good. 15.
15.
Brilliant.
You've all done quite well there. And,
Haven't you done well?
and they are coming in with an 18.
What do you get?
Okay.
Initiative was?
18.
Okay, so the first thing that's happening before
Okay,
initiative
you're far away
begins
in the
then
tree,
is that
we're
fairy
all
fire
right.
going off.
Yeah,
So,
fairy fire's gone off.
The
first,
fairy
then,
fire is
so-
going off, and that's going to trigger the rest of you to go into the initiative. So we're going to say the fairy fire happens before combat starts.
Cool. So I need a dex save from both of them.
Let's see if they begin the combat. Fairy fire, that is a fail from the small one, definitely. What's the DC for it?
13.
The big one will save.
And the big one did save, yeah.
Always does.
Bastards.
Small one had a natural 3, big one had a natural 14. Triggering you all to launch your ambush on these creatures. Blink, you are the first person to
Ambush.
act. You are up in a tree, currently.
Innate sorcery.
Innate sorcery.
Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray, first attack. So innate sorcery, how does it...
Super Saiyajin.
Is that a once per day thing though? Can you use it in the last fight?
I just want to check it.
You're rolling advantage on all.
No, it's. I got twice.
Oh, sweet, nice. Yeah, sorry.
Innate sorcery,
It is as good as it sounds.
you have advantage on the attack rolls of sorcerer spells you cast.
Yep.
As a bonus action, you can unleash that magic for 1 minute.
Yeah.
You can use this feature twice, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just that good.
Yep, you just do it at the start of the
Yep,
combat, and you got it for the whole minute.
Yep.
Tasty.
Right after finishing a campaign as fucking sus!
Yeah.
Guy closest.
As they buff the fuck out
That
of
is
the
the
iconic bloodline
small one
sorcerer.
closer to you, and
That's
that one
fine.
is glowing with fairy fire.
Yeah, we'll wipe him out first.
Okay, go for it.
Grenade.
8 to hit.
No, 8 damage.
Oh, cool. What was the roll to hit?
It was 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
He's
8
killing
damage.
the ants.
Your first scorching ray slams into the side of the smaller creature.
Small sorcery, so innate.
19.
19 hits.
3.
For 3 damage.
then I'm-
Second scorching ray
Out of
comes
sorcery points.
flying out of the tree.
I don't judge.
Your third one.
Ooh, wow. You don't need to.
17.
17 hits. Yes.
It was cocked.
No, 6.
Oh, okay.
6 damage. Okay. 3 scorching rays out of the tree. Boom, boom, boom into the small spine wolf. And it is time for a surge.
God, yeah.
44.
44. Oh, nice. For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Does it include this one?
Used it.
I mean, from the next minute, if you've already used your
Oh,
bonus
yeah,
action
of
for
course
your
I
innate sorcery, then
You've gone
yeah.
sicko mode, remember?
But that
have, in fact,
that's just
gone
extra sicko
Mobile
mode.
mode or sorcery mode.
Okay, Blink, is that you?
Magic
Yeah.
or wildest
Happy staying where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is about to shift.
It is Brea's turn. First of
That table
all,
absolutely has
is
benefits.
going to
They're a bit tame.
use
As the first,
his bonus
normal
action
ones
to
anyway.
Hunter's Mark the big one.
What? He's a hunter?
And then he is going to, from hiding, make his longbow attack against it, which is
99.
yes, that is going to hit.
And spell.
So you see him just kind of like concentrate on this big one, pull back his bow, close one eye, and it comes flying out and hits this thing square in the chest. It lets out a yelp and rears back from the corpse that it was kind of tearing into, and he kind of yes, good shot, and leans
you.
back in, and he's going to make a second attack.
Right, I'm gonna put a hex on him just because
I'm pretty sure there's a hunter's mark.
And he got over. Yeah, there is a Hunter's Mark one. He got overexcited. His second arrow just whizzes past this thing as it's like rearing from side to side. He aims for the head as it's on one side, and by the time the arrow gets there, the head's on the other side. It just shoots past, and he's just like shit.
it is, yeah.
That is the end of his turn. Sigurd, it's you.
Can I find a nice thick branch at the top of a tree, roughly 30 feet up in the air? Well, is there a
Clump up next to Blink of all fucking.
is there a different one?
Sort of back here. This is
Yeah,
kind of like
wonderful.
a high tree.
Wonderful. I will. I'm going to Misty Step
Cool.
to the top of that, and
These mobs have just got 2 tiny people teleporting across trees.
Yeah.
hang
They're in
on.
the trees, man.
I need to remember.
That's what the Americans saw in Vietnam.
Wait, suddenly start speaking Vietnamese.
She's gonna start speaking halfling.
Right, and that means I can. Okay. Ismir, you will be gaining 4 temporary hit points.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, don't forget you've got heroic inspiration.
As
Thank you.
so you look down, you notice there's a little ring of toadstools has formed just beneath your feet, and there's like, tufts of grass poking through the ground.
Oh, this is a bad omen.
And you feel a little better. I'm in a tree, and I'm going to use my action to Eldritch Blast, the one that is lit up, the little one.
Okay, the little one.
Which I will do with advantage.
Very fried. There we go.
I'm just going to hit for 9 force damage.
9 force damage on the little one. Okay, nice. Good hit. Good hit.
And that is going to be, I think, the end of my turn, yes.
Okay, the little one is looking worse for wear already. It's taking quite a bit of damage this round. Belzevir, it's you.
I'm going to stick to the plan of going for the big one, and
Okay.
I'm going to launch an arrow at the big one.
Very good.
From hiding.
From hiding with advantage.
Sweet. Going to throw the arrow. I think 20. Oh no, it's an 18 hits.
18 just hits the big one, yes.
Just hit.
Why are bows scaling on deck still? For a huge.
Yeah, man, because you've got to tilt it.
damage for a massive 7 damage.
Cool, okay.
And also its movement speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Cool.
For the
Right,
next-
good. We'll bear in mind.
For its next turn.
That is tasty.
The arrow sinks into its one of its legs.
Just yeah, it got, that's how I
Okay.
yelp.
And then gonna
You want
kind
to
of terrain we're working with, yeah.
I would say where you currently are is difficult terrain. Because
Cool.
it's very shrubby, but once you're out on these bits here that are clear, that's fine.
Coming towards Ryan, would that all be difficult terrain?
That is difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. Fuck it then, I'll stow the bow shield out and just step forward into the clear.
Okay, so you
I'm
got
back there. Oh, okay.
10, 20, 30 would get you there, and you're out of the difficult terrain.
Okay, cool. That's probably for the best.
You kind of you come to the edge of that clearing. They can now see you. They turn their attention over here now. Their eyes are locked on you.
They're gonna blast that area anyway.
Isbir skjall give the up.
I'm gonna. Okay, fuck it. Okay, if I go this way, is that difficult terrain or is that just.
That is
to there.
10 feet to there, but then you're out.
10, okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just gonna try and spread this out a little bit.
Little one is watching you in that direction.
I'll send a fucking holy fucking blast at his face.
Had the little one?
At the little one.
Biden blast!
Holy word him, which is an attack roll.
Holy word!
He's glowing, so he's going to get
he is.
advantage.
No way!
You sounded like
that's
Diddy there.
14 radiant damage.
God damn!
Nice! 14 radiant damage. How do you want to describe that hit?
Yeah.
So that's just he holds it and he like gathers it and like it's just looking at it's just like stays at the spine wolf
Spine wolf.
and he's just gonna go and it's gonna slam it in like the half of his face and freeze over it.
Nice. Cool. So there's this frost all formed over one half of this thing's face. It's barely hanging in there. It's not looking good. Very much bloodied.
And now it's going to hurt me. That's my
Give
turn.
me all
Cool.
the
Yago.
Try and finish it off.
Go for it.
Are you still going?
It's still going, yeah. It lasts for as long as you're concentrating, doesn't it? The fairy fire.
It does hit. It's dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Nice.
Tasty.
11 piercing damage.
Ooh, it's just about hanging on. It is just about hanging on, and that's the end of your turn, unless you want to move.
Yeah, stay around.
Okay.
I'm not the target.
Oh no.
Turn.
Oh no.
Little wolf or big wolf?
This is Little Wolf. 4. And as it's running past you, they're making for that opening. It's going to launch its spines. So could you 3 there? So one of them is Briar. The other 2 being Yago and Belzevir make dexterity saving throws. So DC 13.
18.
18.
Nope.
So on a failed save, you're going to take 13 piercing damage. On a success, you'll take half as much.
Lordy lord.
And it'll use the rest of its movement to go 1, 2, 3 and get itself to there. is the big one that was slowed, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, cool. So yeah, you can go that far. And it is making for that exit just there. That's its turn. It is now big fella's turn.
Douglas!
And it's going to launch a spine attack in this direction. So Ismir and Blink, could you both make dexterity saving throws, please?
It's gonna hurt.
So you're after a DC 15 to avoid this. Oh, okay. So on a failed save, you're going to take. That was only 9 piercing damage.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, wait for it.
And
Flashback. Some of them have poison spines. Spines.
Don't, sexy Flanders.
and
That was a good callback, that
17 poison damage. And could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can.
Jesus,
I
that
can
was
make it whilst
horrendous.
unconscious as well.
Oh dear.
I'm dead.
Oh no.
Who's unconscious?
Me?
Oh.
Well, both of us then,
Oh,
I
you're
guess.
both down. It has launched all of its spines now, however, and that is the end of its turn. Don't worry about the Constitution saving throw. If you're down, it's not going to make a difference.
Wait, it's Blink down in the tree.
Yeah, I'm hanging off the branch.
Oh shit! No, you would have fallen out of the tree.
Oh no.
You can take a fail for that because you would have taken damage as you hit the ground.
This is thinking how to get you up.
And bringing us top of the round, Blink. Could you make a death saving throw?
Are we doing the secret?
Oh yeah, then don't show
I didn't see.
anyone what
I'm not
it
looking
is,
either. I'm not looking.
except me, because I'll see it on D&D Beyond.
I'll just go whisper it to Taff.
And Taff's like, oh.
Okay, right, that's your turn. It is Brea's turn, and he sees this happen over in this direction. Quickly, puts the arrow that he had in his hand back in the quill and goes running over here. And he runs over to Ismir, skids to a halt on the ground, puts his hand into a little pouch on his side, grabs Ismir's head, and just forces something into his mouth. As he feeds you a good berry.
Imagine if you were allergic to good berry.
He just shoves it, and you just wake up with this really sweet tasting berry in your mouth. And it's just 1 HP back from the good berry. Bringing you back up, and that is his turn, though.
That was nice. What was that?
He's like, "Are you okay?" He's just pulling spines out.
Don't do that!
Sigurd, it's your turn.
I am going I'm going to use my action to explode the fairy fired one.
Okay,
With
one that's
a
running.
with a
He's
an
not very
eldritch
fired.
blast.
He's a big boy. Last time was Mark.
No, that one's 55.
No,
yeah,
the little
right.
one's
Big-
very
big
fast,
boys
the big
are
one's
Sorry,
not.
I can't see him. The roses are in the way.
This time we're going to hit for 11 force damage.
On the little one?
On the little
How
one?
would you like to kill it? 1 HP left.
Yes, another one of these blurry TIE fighter bolts just come sort of soaring through the clearing. And they make that noise now, don't they? And
They scream
yeah,
when they smell
it
like
just
grass.
hits it straight in the side, and it's gone. It's leaving a nasty wound.
Nice. It falls to the
and-
ground and goes skidding in the direction it was running.
With my bonus action,
An ambulance and
if
goes
Blink
back
were
down the quarry.
to suddenly gain temporary HP, would that be enough to bring him back?
No,
Is that
temporary HP doesn't bring you up.
okay? So that's not going to work. Okay.
I would prefer not to die.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really do anything. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna hex it.
I put the hex one back on there.
Excellent.
Gonna hex it.
On the wolf.
It's being hexed
Gonna heck
for
Is
strength,
it a similar
strength again.
sort of thing that happens, like cracks in the ground and like?
Yeah, it's these cracks in the ground form beneath. There's this sort of like eerie kind of bluey green glow forms through it, and any foliage around it, like any bits of grass or sort of plants or anything, they die very suddenly as these sort of grey brown mushrooms replace them.
Okay, Bez, if you're Von Fane,
Yeah,
it's
that's a
you.
bit fun thing. Oh yeah, seeing Blink and Ismir get fucked up like the kind of tension on Belzevir's face just ramps up a little bit. He's gonna look straight towards this creature now, spineless, and just fucking charge towards it.
Okay.
And as he's charging towards it, it's like he splits. As the shadows that would naturally fall on his body just kind of seem to duplicate. And one runs to one side, and Belzevir interposes himself with the wolf and waves me and blink down on the ground.
So one that side, one that side?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Intriguing.
And then I will make an attack. That's for a natural 1.
Ship.
Yep.
That's a miss.
And then I will
Stabs the ghost.
unleash incarnation and attack with the echo,
Okay.
which
sure.
gets a 19 on the dice.
Nice. That
I
is
think
a
that's
hit.
gonna hit.
That is spicy.
So Belzevir goes low, the echo goes high, and this thing tries to jump over the thing, and then just the echo just comes in and just fucking stabs it in the side.
Nice.
For 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And its movement speed is reduced.
This echo of Belzevir just into the side of it. It lets out a yelp. It looks either side of it looking confused. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it looks like a shadowy, indistinct version of Belzevir. But for all intents and purposes, it's tangible. It's there.
Cool. Ismir.
Ismir.
Awake again.
What is it? What's that from?
I'm gonna get to my feet.
What's that from?
Use a 15-foot movement.
Okay.
Echo Knight.
Well, no.
From where I stood, the spines. I'm aware of where
That's
Blink was. If I
fucking
look
sick.
back and I see.
Oh, it's not in 2024 yet.
You
so
can
it's
see
over-
Blink
just
has hit the
bring it
ground
up
behind you at the base of the tree.
Nice.
He is lying there unconscious.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna point the finger at him and I'm gonna healing word you.
Healing
there.
word.
Oh, grave cleric.
Look.
Grave
Healing word.
cleric.
But you are
Grave
unconscious, so you just get 12 hit points back.
Oh boy!
Grave cleric.
You have my healing word.
No, you have mine.
No.
And then I'm gonna look to the big wolf and I say, next one to hit it, use your biggest attack. And I'm gonna like hold the thing. I'm gonna like reach up the hand and start to like crush it, and on like the side of the wolf, it just starts to like freeze. It starts to like, it turns black and then it just ice starts forming along the side.
It starts like trying to bite at where this ice is forming on itself.
And I'm just gonna hold there, and that's my turn. for
Okay.
now.
Yago.
Have to crack the
I'll
lid.
take a shot at it.
Oh man.
Isn't there a something
try it
like
again.
Sophia was Baxter?
No, I'll do
The boogie
Crossbow.
Crossbow, cool.
Boogie Wonderland.
She said.
dirty 20 to hit?
The New Year's.
Dirty 20 hits, yes.
Cool. 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage, nice.
Crossbow
just
As your
into
crossbow
the side of
holds,
it.
I hope.
Doubled.
Yeah, as your crossbow hold hits, hopefully the ice part, doubled.
Oh shit.
You deal double damage to it.
Oh!
So the attack.
So 20 then.
Gives
So
it
20.
Vulnerability for the next attack.
Oh fuck.
Nice,
Yeah,
very
just
good.
seeing that and appear, if that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, with me
just the
shouting out
glisten,
as well.
just, and it just kind of cracks into it.
And the ice just splinters out, and you can see it just rupture this hole in the side of the wolf. Yeah, fucked him up.
Nice.
Cool. Anything else?
Nice one, Yago.
I'm gonna duck behind that bush. Alright, yeah, that's me.
Okay, it's Big Wolf.
Fuck!
Right.
Oh, actually, wait a minute, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to move back, knowing that he spines.
Are you now?
Oh, he hasn't got any left. Don't worry,
He's snaky.
Okay. So
Nakey spines.
the wolf like rears down to the ground and like shakes itself a little bit as these spines just kind of pull back out of its back. Can it use the attack again is the question. Not yet.
Again. I'm gonna fall up the tree.
It is going to turn towards real Belzevir.
Yep.
And is going to try for a claw attack against you.
Yep.
I can't take another one of those.
It misses that. It then rears itself down and is going to try and shoulder barge you with this big bony protrusion that's
don't
going
like
out the
that.
side.
That
So it, like
doesn't
it
sound good.
swipes you with the claws, and once it misses, it goes down and like comes up at you like that.
Not a fan of that.
And that one is going to be a 15 to hit.
No.
No, cool. That's a miss. And with its third attack, it's going to do that same thing again.
We're level 4.
That was an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
That one is going to come in for 7 slashing damage.
Ouch, mama.
And that is the end of its turn. Spine attack has not recharged, but it has got the spines back on its back.
Nice.
So it is seems to be better defended than it was a moment ago. Top of the round, Blink. It's you.
Teleport me in front of him. I know I've only got 20, but I can walk a little bit further.
Cool. You up. Do you want to get out of prone?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, wait, no, he's going to cast a spell next to me.
Is it right?
Do you have your cone?
Who NPC has it now?
I don't know where the cone has gone, unfortunately.
The circle is a cone.
What about the 300 radius circle that will happen when you explode at the end of your surge?
What happens when you detonate your Netherese orb?
Teleport right in front of him. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? I'm burning hands.
It's fire time. Okay, cool. And it's what kind of save is it?
Dex.
Yeah.
Cool. That is a
Dexterity.
16.
I think he's good.
13.
13
Half of
damage?
13.
Okay.
Midge is Midge.
Still gets caught in this blast of fire from your hands as you appear in front of it and just suddenly kind of lets up this little and then
Oh god. No.
Hey, Tef.
No.
go on.
No.
Give it to me.
60.
Oh, that's a new number.
That is a new number. Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
Roll a d10.
Oh, no.
6.
Oh god. Oh, that's not so bad actually. You cast levitate on yourself,
Oh, yes.
not requiring concentration. It lasts the full duration of the spell.
That's fucking
Alright.
hilarious.
You can just go up and down. That's
You're
it.
levitating. I'm levitating.
Just see the blink good.
There were some really bad things in that D10 roll. So that was you came off really good there.
4 Tarrasques.
Okay, Blink,
no.
that is you.
Wild magic.
Is that you? Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm floating above the wolf like Sindel from Mortal Kombat.
Okay, it's Breyar. He's gonna turn, knock the bow again. He's gonna send another one at it.
Hunter's mark.
Yep, that's a hit. That's a
Hunter's
hit.
mark.
With his hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
Sinks another arrow. Draws another one.
That's what we should call it, Tavern. Hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
Good. Another hit. Another arrow. This wolf is now just stepping back as he's getting hit with volley of attack after attack from all of you. That's the end of Breyar's turn. It's Sigurd.
Soldier.
Explode with Eldritch Blast.
I get it.
Fingers blast.
17?
17 with the spines back does not hit. Unfortunately.
RIP. I'm going to come back to ground level. Teleporting between Iago and Breyar.
Here?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That is between Iago and Brio, you know.
And Izmir, you can gain 8 temporary hit points. So whatever temporary hit points you had previously, reset that to 8.
Cool. They are completely gone. So
Oh, excellent! There we are.
8 for that.
That's fucking naughty, that.
That is pretty naughty. Wait.
I love this feature so much. That is going to be end.
Okay, Sigurd, you're done. Belzevere, it's you. Ismir up next.
Cool. I think both Belzevere and the Echo are going to move one space this way.
Cool.
Just
That way
skirting
towards
around it, yeah. Just kind of just trying to surround it on all sides, give it,
Nice.
cause to maybe aim somewhere else. And as they're both moving up, they're both simultaneously going to thrust and stab into it.
Nice. In
Was I-
perfect unison.
In perfect unison as I unleash incarnation again.
Yeah, buddy.
Belzevere misses again.
Shit.
Roll damage at the same time as Goose. Fuck, both miss.
It's just as these kind of spines have come back in, both swords are just
Yeah.
knocked off course by them. Yeah.
I'll do my turn.
Okay, Ismir.
Ismir.
Yogo, you're up next.
Go on.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Is that difficult terrain?
Yeah, as soon as you're off that path, you're back into difficult terrain.
15,
Difficult terrain.
20, 25, 30. And then I'm gonna take a deep breath in.
You would just start shooting, wouldn't you?
As like that, your breath starts to appear again. I'm just gonna go. Let's do this one more time, mate. And I'm gonna start freezing where that hole is again.
Okay,
And,
okay.
Hit it hard again.
Very nice. Is that you?
That is me.
I'm
Yago,
I'm
you're up.
yogging it.
Big guy's next.
Seeing the glisten again, just hope for the best.
Yog out, go on.
Crit.
I'm yogging out.
I dare you to crit it.
No, he's
Go
not
on.
gonna crit.
Do it.
Yogging out.
I dare you.
Yogging out, guys.
He's not gonna crit.
No, he's not.
I was trying to neg the dice into acting better.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's. No.
No.
It's not wasted. It's the next attack still pick it.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't hit it. You're just shooting past it at the
Yeah,
moment.
it just goes.
Okay, if that's the end of your turn, it's now its turn. So it starts growling and snapping up at you, Blink, but quickly realizes that it can't reach you. It's going to go for the only person that it's got in its sights right now, which is either going to be Ismir or Belzefir.
Uh-oh.
Who's he going to go for? Okay, Ismir.
I'd like to take my reaction to opportunity attack it through the echo.
Yes, you can. Comes running in that direction.
That would be sick.
There you go. I'm having a great night, guys.
So it turns, it like looks in each direction, deciding who it's going to go for. It locks its eyes on Ismir and starts charging towards you, claws up. And what's the echo going to do?
10 damage.
How would he like to It's got 9 hit points left.
Oh, God. Okay,
Oh
well,
my god, Shadow You is fucking.
it's just, yeah, it's like semi-corporeal. So the moment this thing tries to run across, it just kind of like phases out for just a second, then it's just on its back and just fucking straight through the spine. There's no flourish, no gusto, just...
And it just like drops to the ground as it's running towards you, Ismir, and just skids along towards you and just stops like inches away from you, the snout just pressed up against your boot as it kind of slumps.
And then the echo double taps.
Oh. And everything falls quiet. And Braille kind of, did you get it? Oh shit, the thing! It's like ducks down. It's like, fuck!
Oh, God, no!
I teleported to a tree.
You make a dexterity saving.
Oh, no.
Oh, you've got to be.
The echo just kind of looks down and just goes...
Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
19. You dive out of the way just as the spines which were up out of its back, so it happened straight away, just out. And you managed to avoid it entirely just by tumbling to the side here. Well done. Well done.
Fuck yeah.
Well, level 4!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, fucking
so-
hit point.
Briar kind of gets up from the ground and
One.
steps over, looks at it, looks at the small one. Yeah, no, I would have been fucked on my own. Thanks.
Yes, yes, no worries, yeah.
Anyone want a berry? Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah.
I'll take one.
He's got 8 good berries left.
Behold.
Which
I
you can dole out amongst yourselves however you
I want
choose.
another one.
I'm gonna float myself down like I'm God.
I'll take 2.
Greetings.
You did very well, small B.
Thank you.
Puts a hand up.
I'll float my way back up.
Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, 8 good berries, so 8 hit points of healing. You can however you want amongst
I'll take 2
yourselves.
of those.
Freyard just starts like pulling the spines out of himself that he caught during that
Take 2
AoE.
as well.
It's like oh.
I too will take 2.
He like, yeah, these are the poisoned ones.
Yeah.
Fortunate to have not been hit by some.
He kind of walks over and takes a seat on this rock over here. Just has to sit down. And pulls out a water skin and just Takes a chug from it.
So,
Anyone?
I'm parched. Yeah.
He just throws it over to
So,
you.
Brea,
Aye.
what's your address?
Good one.
Damn it.
I do not think he is joking.
My address is the world, my friend.
Okay.
The open fields, the rolling hills, the vast forests, the tall mountains, the rivers, the lakes, the streams.
Have you heard of
That's
the
my address.
AWE?
What is that?
Althar Wrestling Entertainment.
I don't know what that is, but tell me more. Tell me more.
Dear God.
Do you want a job?
I have a job, thank you. But
Never mind. It's fine. Fine.
So what are your plans now? You're gonna
Trying.
I
these
will
ones as well, and
report this back to the warders, and then I will probably return to my duties at the edge of Era. That is where most of us are at the moment.
is that kind of where you're sort of stationed, so to speak?
There are many of us, some at the edges of the mid-wilds, but at the moment, with what's been happening, things like this coming out of the forest, many of us are taking up residence there, near the edges. Some towards Mitterholm at the top, although better defended, better fortified, so most down near the villages and towns.
What do you know much about creatures from the Feywild by any chance, Brea? Or the Annuin, I think it's more often called.
My knowledge of things not of our world is quite limited. I have had some stories told, maybe
No.
a few run-ins with creatures that I did not quite understand, but then there are many things in our own world that we don't understand yet.
That's true.
So my honest answer is no, not really.
Anyone perhaps in your organisation with a bit more of a specialty?
We have great deal of knowledge about many things, but most of it does pertain to our own country, our own wilds.
Fair enough. Thought it'd be a good box to check. You know?
It's a fair question. There is one man we sometimes consult with, lives towards Furlor.
And what's his name?
Erins is his name, Dalian Erins.
A name not unfamiliar to us.
I've been told that he's has some level of notoriety. Strange fellow. But if there is anything of concern to you outside of our own world, outside of our own plane, as you call it, then he is your man.
Well,
I don't know if it's worth checking, but the small one was running for that cave over there. Is that cave on the map?
Yeah?
I don't know if it's worth checking out.
what do you want me to find out?
Just what we need to fight some more.
Well, no. Gather in a circle for a second. Just
Gather in a circle.
come close. Just stand here for about a minute. As I just gonna click the fingers and light the devotee sensor. And for the next minute, I'm gonna start rolling some health points for us.
Very nice. So you float now? Is that a thing?
Apparently.
To everyone within that 10 feet of me
Yeah,
over
cool,
the
that
next
was.
minute, you get 24 HP back.
Oh, Lord in
Nice.
heaven above!
I don't think I can float as much as I used to.
Yeah, why is that?
Sometimes when I do things, other things also happen.
Yeah, I noticed
It's
that.
not in my control.
You don't have the
But-
greatest strain on your magic.
When I do these things, the crew is help. So I'm not going to complain about it, and I'm going to keep doing it, whether anyone's got a problem with it or not. I find it fun. It's
I
good fun.
was not saying
I was about to say,
otherwise.
you're quite instantly defensive, aren't you? Like, no one said anything.
Yeah, well, I'm just afraid that people don't want me to do it, and I want to do it.
No, yeah, definitely do it, but just, you know, if you can...
Has it ever negatively affected you?
Yeah.
Or those around you?
Not necessarily.
See, that wasn't no. That was a different answer to no, which
Yeah.
was the one that we all wanted.
No.
There we go.
Now you know he's lying.
No,
I'm
he
not
would,
lying.
he would never lie. A person who floats would not lie. Are we going to look in this cave?
Let's go and have a look.
I'm actually not going to have a look in this cave because I don't want to find out what's in it. I'll
Okay,
sit on a
but
rock.
If we find treasure, you don't get it then.
Fine.
Okay.
I assume like it's pretty dark looking from the entrance. Dancing lights.
You send them in. They illuminate it. It's a fairly small cave,
Blows up.
and it looks like
You
there's.
say that, just flicking the emerald and just like catching it. Just...
You can see that it has
Yeah,
been
that's how it was.
on the short term, at least recently, used as some kind of den.
Okay.
There's like you can see there's some where they've been kind of like
How can I know that?
going to the toilet in the corner, and there's some leaves and things have been pulled in.
It's a bit
but
smelly. Yeah.
a bit stinky. Yeah, you can see there's another corpse in there that's been basically picked clean at this point. You can see the bones are kind of scattered around. There's some shreds of clothes, and you can see that there is a pack, like a leather satchel, which is again covered in tooth marks, and it's been chewed on, but it's it's there. It's at least usable.
Can I have a look through it just to try and identify anything about this person?
Yeah, you pick up the satchel. As you pick it up and look at it, you can see that it's in the embroidery on the front of it. It looks like the flappers bit has been embroidered to look like a face. Like there's two eyes on it, and the flap is like a mouth.
Oh yeah.
What do you look for? Anything in there?
Bag. Come look. There's no creatures in here.
Well, why don't you bring the bag out rather than us all going into the sticky cave?
I walk over the bag.
It's holding up this satchel.
Oh, that
Bag.
that is not a nice sight.
Oh, is that what I think it did? Or did any of us
bag.
recognize it?
There's a magic item creator.
Make an Arcana check. I think Artificer, you
I feel like
do with
I'm
advantage
missing
actually,
something,
Yogo.
Possibly a bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
15.
That's all down to make
It looks like it certainly could
You
be
picked
a
up the bag of
holding.
exploding.
That's a bag of holding.
I am holding it.
Yeah, for sure. And if you jumped inside it,
That was a useful piece of kit.
Don't jump. No, don't jump inside it. Don't.
it just means you can carry lots more than what it looks like.
You'd know there are not many of these left.
Like mulch.
There's not many of these left.
Gary mulch.
There's not a lot of these left though, so look after it. Find its keepers, it's yours.
I feel bad though. I know he's dead and everything.
I mean, he's not going to use it.
He's not going to use it, he's not going to need it.
Okay.
And you're small, so
Is
I
there
think
anything
having a
inside?
bigger...
I could fit it in.
No,
Perhaps there's some kind of identifier inside.
That's what I was looking for. Is there any identifier?
Have you looked for it?
You open up the flap and you put your arm in and you start like shuffling around.
my
and
God, it's
you
so
realise it feels a lot deeper than it should. You don't find any documentation or
Computer
anything
for forest
inside.
for
A lot of it seems to
20.
be travelling supplies, but you do find 2 potions of healing
Ooh.
in there, and there is what looks to be a few like component pouches in there. It seems whoever was travelling with this thing was probably some kind of mage. So they're spellcasting components, various odds and ends that you would use in like ritual spellcasting. There is a silver athame in there, which is like a ritual dagger. Like small, not really combat usable, but probably used in ritual casting. Yeah,
Write this down, write this
you
down.
could fight with it.
Write this
if you
down.
wanted.
I will.
Inside is also a small pouch containing 45 gold pieces, 18 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces.
I've got to get the copper in. How much electrum?
No electrum.
What? You only find
No
them in
electrum.
coffins.
I take the dagger.
No,
out.
you will only find them in coffee.
Take the dagger out. This man.
What?
What is this?
It's a dagger.
It's quite clear.
It looks quite fancy pants.
It's a fucking letter opener, isn't it?
looks flimsy is what it looks.
I don't. I mean, I wouldn't use in my ritual castings, or would I use knives like that? Or is this more arcane?
It's a little more arcane.
Yeah, so I probably don't recognise it. would I?
It looks ritualistic. It doesn't look like a combat dagger. You could conceal it on yourself and use it in a pinch, but it's not the kind of thing you take into a fight with you. It's nice. It's sort of silver bladed.
If it is true silver, then it might be worth something.
It could be worth a pretty penny. It's not really a combat knife. It has a ritualistic element about it, though. What else did you find in there? Was there
There's 2 potions.
2 potions?
No money.
2 healing potions. Yes, money.
There was money.
And your hand touches something cold at the bottom as well.
Okay.
You reach in and you pull it out, and it's a it's like a chain shirt, like a silvery chain shirt.
Is it like me size?
It is quite small. It looks like it was probably made to fit like a woman, and is therefore a little bit smaller than it would be if it was made to fit a man. So it would probably go on you, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave her in there for now.
Did you want to search the corpses outside as well?
Yeah, I'd like to take a little look
Yeah.
just to see if there's any way to identify who they were or are.
You start looking through. They've got some basic supplies on them. And you kind of rifling through one, and you go to like a little side pocket, and you feel like the crumple of some paper. You open it up and pull out this small piece of parchment, which seems to have been like neatly folded up with care. And it says, "Dearest Orin, your father and I are most looking forward to your visit. It has been too long. Please regale us with your tales when you arrive, Mama."
That's real sad.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Well,
But I feel like our job here is complete.
let's head back to Thorman before he fucks off.
Yes, for the best.
Because if we're gone too long,
Who's
then you
got
might
the
decide.
letter? Who's got the letter? I can take it to the temple, and they will at least put our words for, the loved one lost.
Of course.
I don't know how much help we'd get from it. It's just
If we come across anyone missing a child, then we ask them their name, I suppose.
yeah.
Let us go.
Good.
Yeah.
So, leaving the glade, you head back over to Brayard, who stands up and kind of stretches, and he's gathered a few more of the spines from these things, which he's like tied to the bottom of his pack on his back. He says, "I will accompany you as far as the hamlet, and then I will report back to the warders.
Right
Are
on.
you ready to leave?"
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Very well. And he begins to lead you out of the glade back the way you came, which is only a short walk back to the road. And kind of cuts through, heading in a westerly direction, so that you come along a little bit further along the road than where you left it. And after another sort of 20 minutes or so of walking, you can see in the distance there's a very small farm. There's a mill on the hill where the kind of sails are turning around. A few chickens kind of running around in a small fenced off area. A small, very modest house, and a few rolling fields behind. And you can see Thurman's wagon is hitched up at the front, and a second horse has been hitched to it. Much less regal looking than the Windvine family horses, but he's probably exchanged a pretty penny for this horse from the farmer, and he is kind of sat on top of the wagon, like kind of dozing. His hat is pulled down over his face, just awaiting your arrival. And as you start to approach, he kind of stirs and and wakes himself up and sits and starts getting ready in the wagon to leave. Breyer stops and says, "Well, this is where we part ways. This has been a meeting of very good fortune, I think."
Yeah.
I'd say so.
We got some stuff out.
Relish the opportunity to do some good.
I must thank you for your help. You have my thanks and that of my company. If you need anything from us, say that I gave you my word.
Well, speaking of that, you said you have to report back. Do you have a sort of base camp, or...?
We are wherever we are needed. We move around and we pass our messages along through the birds and on the winds.
Okay.
And when we need to meet, we find a place to do so, but we have no headquarters.
Well, until next time then, Briar.
A pleasure. And he kind of gives you a little salute and then
Thank you for the berries.
pulls his back up. You're welcome. Were they not delicious?
They were delicious.
They were rather palatable.
And he nods and kind of starts
Good.
trudging along the road and then comes off the road and starts making his way north.
Feels off into the woods.
Yeah.
This feels awful.
I hate having to walk upright.
Camera pans down, he's on a segue.
He just shoots a grappling hook off. He eventually disappears into the undergrowth and makes his way north by the looks of things, leaving you to hop back onto the wagon and continue your journey to the city.
Okay, Belzevier, what the fuck was that?
Oh, wait a minute.
I did not want to bring it up in front of him, but
You-
the fuck was that?
Fucking duplicated yourself.
Your fucking shadow came alive. Shadow!
I would like to point out that we have never truly been pushed to the edge before. And seeing you on the blink in dire straits, it is not something I have done often. It is not something I am well practiced with. It is not something I fully understand.
You don't know where it comes from, or...
I have an inkling, but something I am not willing to divulge right now.
No, that's... Okay.
And was this something that you found you could do one day, or is it something you've always been able to do?
The former.
Oh, that's fucking... It was cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
It...
Just took me by surprise a bit, that's all.
Well, I apologize. It is
You know-
not. It is not something that I advertise.
Very quick into us meeting,
No.
I was teleporting and blasting shit and...
You used it to help us in the end.
Yeah, no, it was
It's-
fucking cool.
Yeah, I don't begrudge you that. It's just as we've fought the shadows, the wraiths, ghosts, and now a shadow person comes out of you, and
Yes, well.
it just startled me a little.
Well, I gotta be honest, if you've got a certain skill set, I don't really give a shit where it comes from. If it's useful, it's useful. So, no judgment here.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm not going to ask you any questions on it either.
Even though you want to.
We'll keep our cards close to our chest, don't we? As long as we get the job done, it's all fine, isn't it? I don't think anyone's expecting any solid explanations, are they?
Stop manipulating my emotions.
I mean, I make no promises. I'm going to slowly chip away to figure out what that was.
You're gonna
It's interesting. It's...
Well, I would like to know too. But I have very little avenue of where to start.
Well, anything arcane or occult in nature has got my interest well and truly tweaked, so I'm happy to help.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Never know, I might find a little bit more about why I can do what I can do.
Yeah, why do you shit mushrooms everywhere?
God's honest truth. Found a book under a tree one day. There you go.
So you're not like a druid or sort of... Because
No.
keep your spells smell like flowers all the time.
That's right, yeah. It was back when I was still in Zendra, and there was a nice tree. Walked over the tree, and it was an old tree. So you know how like old trees have got like a bit of the bottom of them have kind of like come away a little bit from the ground, or they've kind of leaned a certain way. So the book's in there, and I quite like books, so I picked it up and had a bit of a read.
Just to confirm my head.
Classic.
Yeah, Zendra's not the desert, is it? It's
No, Zendra
over
is...
further to the east.
Zendra is...
Definitely not Japan.
Zendra's definitely not
Definitely not Japan.
Yeah, okay. I'm not too early.
the book, and I produced the book and just flipped through it, and just like it's
Oh, is that the book? That's the book.
yeah, it's written in like you can sort of understand. It kind of looks like Elvish, right? You know, and
That one by there could be a mushroom.
there's flipping through, and there's just loads of like There's some incantations. And
That looks like an
recipes.
upside down mushroom by there.
Do any of you? What languages do you all speak? Do any of you speak Elvish?
I do.
I think I do as well.
It's not.
If I don't,
I know.
Draconic.
What does it say?
Well, it's like a series of incantations, and like potion recipes, and
What
Does
does
it
it
look
say?
rituals.
so it's not Elvish, but it looks similar.
What does
to
it say?
Elvish.
Yes.
Okay.
The script is similar to Elvish. Yeah.
It's just. Well, I mean, it's just exactly that. It doesn't say anything in particular. It's just like.
But like, if you read it like Elvish, it makes no sense.
So are you like a wizard?
A good
or
read.
No.
do you-
No. It just all started happening one day.
Interesting.
Bit like what you said happened to you. All just started happening one day. And I didn't see anything wrong with it. I was like, well, this is useful.
Well, sometimes that is the way of things.
Are you the same as them? With your
I've
stuff?
always been able to do it
Just
my entire life.
no. So it didn't just happen one day. It was since your birth.
As far as I'm aware.
And while the conversation's going on, you all kind of got yourselves in, and Thormund has taken you back onto the road.
Well, staying alive is important.
That is, boys. That is.
And it looks like we're in
We keep getting very close to death.
dire need of that sort of stuff. So
Yes.
still keeps
well,
alive.
upon return to the city, I would very much like to see if I can acquire some better armor, because, boy, when they say that you use it or you lose it quite fast. I have not been this active in a long time, and my edge is no longer sharp.
So, you do eventually, coming along the road now, see the north gates of the city once again coming into view. The carriage pulls up on the outside in the same sort of area where it originally met you.
This is constituted as a short rest.
I would say it would, yes.
Oh,
You
epic.
could take a short rest in that time. You've been on the road for another hour.
Do some heal points as well, because I'm still a little bit beaten up.
A bit too woozy. Could have synced the sensor, but you know what? It was nice to use it.
Well,
But no, you get out of the carriage at the north gate. Thormund says his goodbye, very very briefly, and then turns and
thank you
takes
for
the
your service,
takes
Master
the-
Groundskeeper.
say, "Oh, you're most welcome, and thank you for yours. I've got a heck of a lot of cleaning to do when I get back." And he starts like pulling the wagon away, and it trundles back onto the road and starts to disappear into the distance.
So what's the plan? Are we gonna try and get a meeting in with?
I think unless Ismir needs to report back to his superior, we should try and gain audience with the senator sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I just rather not go on my own too. If we've suddenly got targets on our backs.
Understandable.
Shall I tell her to meet us at the Polished Goblet? I can send a bird.
Well, the bird was what was waiting for us there last time. But then again, she also arranged another meeting there, so... Yeah, it is a known place, at least.
Are there any pigeons around?
What, just like loose pigeons? Yeah, it's a pretty pigeony city.
I'm gonna.
Do the magician stuff will come in place.
Pigeons are free. You can just take them.
You've got a top hat. One of these?
That's a dove. Like,
I'm gonna.
It's just a fancy
banding
pigeon, isn't it? It's just a fancy pigeon.
Produce a little quill and some ink, and just get a little scrap of paper, and just write Amata a note saying to meet us at the Polished Goblet this evening. Roll it up and tie it, and get some grain or something or some oats and just
Great.
trying to encourage a little pigeon.
yeah.
So the Haven's Reach pigeons, they're quite small and they're very dark. They've got like dark
Of course.
grey feathers with little like white streaks along the edges of the wings, so they're quite distinct. And one of them, you get 3 or 4 of them all come up to your hand and start like and start
Now,
pecking away. One of them's got a bit of a gammy foot.
just before I do this, it says the spell will fail if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher.
It's a fucking pigeon!
Oh, 4 or higher. Oh no, it's fine.
I don't think you're in danger of that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, I read that as lower for a second. I was like, oh, that's not.
I think if it was possible for something to have less than 1 int and be alive,
Yeah.
pigeons would have that.
And I'm just gonna feed them for it takes 10 minutes. And one of them,
The one with the gammy foot.
not the one with the gammy.
It's the one with the gammy foot.
All right, I guess the one with the gammy foot.
He hops up onto your hand and stuff.
is
Oh, does he go?
it's now
He's got one foot like curled up and the other one is down.
it's
You'd
now
have like a claws, and then
it's
you
now
have like
bonded to me.
just flesh.
Oh, nice.
and I'm going to tie the note to its leg.
It carries on eating quite happily, but the one foot that's kind of like broken, the toes are kind of curled up, and it keeps it like up at its front while it's stood on the other one. So it's really easy for you to just tie it onto that one
And
leg, which is kind of like there.
I direct it to go to the to Triumvirate Square, to the Senators. What's the building called?
The assembly hall.
The Assembly Hall.
Cool.
To
Does
deliver
it
the
go
message to
directly to its target, to the target that you sent it to?
Yeah, so
last.
within the oh fuck, are we 10 minutes away from as the crow flies, as the pigeon flies, are we 10 minutes away from the assembly hall?
Yeah, a pigeon could probably get it.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, that's fine then.
10 minutes as the carriage drives.
So yeah, I've got to maintain concentration on no fly here. I don't think I can just be like go here and it just
Right,
and
I see,
carry on.
I see.
I'm sure that's probably a different spell, but if I
make animal
use the
messenger
telepathic
or something.
link, animal messenger.
That's probably it.
If I use the link, yeah.
Cool.
Oh no, wait, no, this isn't gonna work.
Oh no.
Sorry guys, I've wasted everyone's time.
I know, now you know.
This isn't gonna
But
work.
I got
Why
to
is
go
it going to work?
So it was worth
because
it.
I need to be able to see it to convey messages to it, and it's going to eventually fly out of sight.
Also, just immediately forget what it's meant to do.
Yeah, true.
I think it's a homing pigeon. Just fucking burn like the GPS.
I mean, it is a
fucking
pigeon.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It is a pigeon. You've already conveyed this message to it.
Yeah.
Is there a rookery at the thing, right?
There is a rookery at the gate, yeah. So you could go and
If you're happy for me for that to have made sense, then
yeah, I'm gonna say yeah for the
Okay,
sake
Well,
of
this fucking raven's arriving, and there's just a fucking
yeah, this little cute little baby thing. Let
Baby
me see.
pigeon turns up with a Zimmer frame.
fucking raven master's like.
just because I'm remembering now there is a spell called Animal Messenger in there, so that would kind of be that.
I mean,
Okay, yeah, no,
yeah, but it's creative.
during the time that the spell is up, you have conveyed an instruction to this pigeon. And
Yeah.
pigeons are quite good at doing what you've asked it to do. So I'm gonna say yeah, it's gonna work.
All right, okay.
It's gonna work this time anyway.
They used to be messengers.
Yeah, okay. If you're happy for it to work this time, then that's very kind
So
of you.
the pigeon takes off.
It's magic.
And it flies across the city and out of your sight, and you're fairly confident that yes, it will at least try its best to do what it's been instructed.
Well,
I salute
The only thing you can't guarantee is that it will succeed, but it'll try.
Cool.
And was there a specific time that you put on the message?
10 p.m.
Cool. Okay.
What
So-
time is it now?
It's now you've
but we do.
it's like past midday. Getting into the afternoon.
9 p.m.
Nice. Very good. So it is up to you
So going
guys.
to be in bed by 11.
Would you like to go ahead into this meeting now?
I think let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it while it's fresh in our minds.
In that case, I will just fast forward the rest of the day. We'll expedite if there's anything else you want to do in the next few hours that you have got. Giving you about 6 or 7 hours until the time that you've put for this meeting.
I'll divvy up the gold.
Very nice.
5 of us.
Yes, very wise.
150. Oh boy. 30. 30 gold each?
Nice.
Yeah. And then the gemstones. We'll have to go sell them. But we can do that.
We have 6 to 7 hours to sell gems.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's
Yeah, you could sell
there's
the
relative
gems.
ease to sell gems in the fancy district.
Yes, definitely.
We can sell the gems and split that gold too.
Good
Which you can do with these. They sell for their advertised value. So
Cool.
that's fine.
So that's 100. I think it's 300 gold from the gems.
Nice. 60 each.
Ooh!
60, so 90 gold in total.
90 gold each.
Gems sold. Anything else that needs doing?
Could I perchance visit a smithy or an armourer and pick up some chainmail?
Yes, you could. Chainmail
Going heavy.
is going to cost you
75 on beyond.
80 gold
Oh no!
in this
Trying times, it seems.
in this district.
Inflation, mate.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
Yeah, nice.
You've got inflation and they're putting corporation tax up, they're driving away all the investment.
Just looking up how much a breastplate costs.
A breastplate
Yeah, that's a lot.
is
40
a lot,
gold.
yeah.
Yeah, ain't doing that yet.
Okay.
Right.
So the rest of the day passes.
Yep.
And between a little bit of shopping and a little bit of selling, maybe a sausage on a stick or two,
Oh yes.
you
Yes.
eventually make your way back again to the Polished Goblet Inn, where, as you enter, you are, as you head up to the bar, it's the same bartender that it was before. I can't remember which one it was, but basically nods to you and says, "Oh, you're expected upstairs."
What time is it?
It'll be just before 9.
Okay. Head upstairs. Going to the same kind of secluded booth area that we were at before.
You're led once more to one of these curtain booths at the top of the balcony, which kind of like overlooks the ground floor. And the curtain is open for you, and you're gestured to head inside, and you can see that Senator Vorrigan is once again sat there. She's has a goblet of wine, which seems to have only just been poured. She hasn't started on yet. But she kind of nods her head as you come in. He says, "Please sit."
Good evening.
I got your pigeon.
Yes, I had to improvise.
Very, very resourceful.
Yeah, they're clever little creatures, aren't they? Kinda in their own stupid way.
Used them a lot during the war. Then they just kind of got forgot about them. It's quite sad. But anyway. What have you got for me?
Oh boy. Well,
We've very late this last day or so, but
Checking out the window. Fucking crows. Fucking looking for birds. Spying birds.
You make a perception check for me. There's only really one window that you can see from here because you're in this kind of little booth, and it's as you look from the balcony that from the one side of the booth looks down onto the stage area, and you can see one of the high windows over on the left hand side.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 24.
24. You look. There doesn't seem to be anything in that window that you can see. But as Amata sees you looking, she kind of like looks behind her and goes, "Oh," and pulls a rope, and the curtains that cover that side of the booth also close. So
Nice.
you're now surrounded by curtain on each side.
So-
The voices kind of muffle a little bit from below.
Yeah, for the best.
Probably.
so we went to the Stargazers Guild, right? Followed up on that lead. Blink and I made it to the roof, and we waited, and eventually Barias showed.
there's a small army of guard,
Yeah.
but he only entered the building on his own.
He doesn't often travel without a entourage.
Not an
Well-
wise decision.
Yeah, it would seem that what happened next might kind of explain that a little bit. Kind of out of the shadows, this thing appeared.
Thing
It
kind of leans in with
is
interest.
called Erilyn.
You say it.
I didn't.
Don't know what it was.
It assumed the form of a female elf, but it introduced itself, or was referenced. Maybe Bryce called it Erilyn or something like that. But it knows about us, and we've now got targets on our backs.
It would have seemed they wanted the shatter full of the undead for whatever purpose. And they are rather upset that we dealt with that problem.
And they were quite argumentative about it as well.
Why would that be?
Well, as I recall, you said that Barias, or they alluded to being in a partnership together.
Yeah.
Relying on Barias to stoke fear in the populace, while the shadowy person's goals remain unknown.
And this Erilyn was upset by the fact that you had dealt with the undead specifically.
Perhaps not. But
It's more our involvement, isn't it?
was there not something discovered in the shadow?
What are we discovering in the shadow?
A subterranean chamber.
Oh. Yes. Wait, have we caught you up on this? The subterranean chamber. What was
The
where the body
basement.
was? The bit where?
Full of barrels.
Oh, the basement full of barrels.
When last did we speak?
I don't know, but okay, there was a basement. Found a basement full of barrels of
fire.
alchemist's fire in the shatter.
Oh, that. Yeah. Hidden behind the mirror, the glass mirror,
Yeah.
or steel.
Oh, is that bollocks, isn't it? Where it's like, oh, you got to show your true self.
Yeah, reveal your true self.
And have we told you about
The body.
the catacombs?
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Oh, good grief. Right, okay, so, well, when we did Bryce's job for him, we ended up digging further in and ending up facing down with a... was it a white? No. What was it? A wraith.
Lay a hand on you and just be like, I'm fairly certain we told you.
You may have done. It's been a busy few days. Remind me.
I'm an insight check.
Okay,
I want an insight check, though.
make an insight check.
Because this might be in game and it might not be. 25.
Do you want that last?
25.
Oh,
Just trying to make sure this. Yeah, because I'm worried this. Oh boy.
You kind of focus in for a second, and something pings in your head. There's an alarm bell going off because you definitely told her this.
I'm gonna just immediately look to you, to Belzefir, and just like.
No, I'm sure it's nothing. Very glad that we did Boreas's job for him. We have been paid, and we plan on leaving the city soon.
And that's it.
Pretty much.
Oh, I've got no investment in this, have we, boys?
If they want us out of the way, we'll just get out of the way. Not our problem.
yeah.
Well, that's a shame. I was really quite hoping that I could count on your help here, but if that's the way you feel, then very well. Belzefir, I know we've been friends for a long time. Are you certain?
Yes, I am certain.
Okay. She kind of leans over and pulls the rope on one side, and the curtain opens again, opening the booth out to the rest of the tavern. And she takes the wine and takes a little sip, puts it back down, and looks back up at you with eyes pure white. As we'll pick it up next time.
Fuck. That was so intertwined because I couldn't tell if that was just because we haven't played in a while or not.
Yeah.
That was
That's what they were fucking hoping.
that was a rough start in that situation.
No, it's so.